Yo, what's up, everybody? This is Toby. Welcome to the podcast. If you're a new listener, welcome. I'm going to give a big shout out to my day ones for the past 6 years, my subscribers, my listeners. I appreciate people who talk about this podcast, who share this podcast, who support this podcast, who write reviews for this podcast. Really, really appreciate all your support. I've been doing this for 6 years. I've been giving it away for free. So many people ask me why I don't film it, why I don't monetize on YouTube, why don't I charge people for it on Patreon? And their answer is because I don't want to. I love these conversations in my kitchen. I love the honesty. I love that people want to come back for 2 or 3 episodes, the reoccurring guests that I have all the time. I love it. No lights, no cameras. I myself do not like going on podcasts that are being filmed and have lights. I've done it a couple times. I'll probably never do it again. I don't feel like myself in those situations. So I want all my guests to be as comfortable as possible. I do have sponsors. The sponsors keep my shit going. They keep it alive. But I will never interrupt a conversation with an ad in the middle of it. People do that all the time, and I will never interrupt the flow of a conversation. So don't worry about that. But I do have amazing sponsors who I align myself with, who the products that I use on a daily basis. I've turned down so much money for sponsors that want to be part of this podcast with companies I've never tried or didn't align with. I'm very picky about who I have on my sponsors and have on this podcast. That being said, check out the sponsors. Joe, cue up the music. Since 1987, Rockabilia has been around doing officially licensed merch. No bootlegs from all the artists that I freaking love, from pop to hip-hop to rock to hardcore to punk. Over 500,000 items on this website, independently owned, operated in the USA. Custom limited collab drop every month exclusively on this website from visual artists and tattoo artists. We have so many bands that I love and artists that I love, from Gaga to Blink, Katy Perry, Bad Brains, Beastie Boys, De La, Tribe Called Quest, 50 Cent, Billy Deftones, Dead Kennedys, DMX, Dr. Dre, Eric B. and Rakim, Goo Goo Dolls, Hall & Oates, Wu-Tang, U2, Snoop, TSO, and Paramore. Those is to name a few of all my favorite bands that are on this website. I've owned t-shirts from all those artists throughout my life. Now I know to go here only. All officially licensed merchandise. Check out Rockabilia Instagram. Also go to rockabilia.com and use my code OLC10 and get 10% off. That's rockabilia.com. Use my code OLC10 and get 10% off your purchases. Thank you to Rockabilia for being our new sponsor. Welcome to OLC Fam. Yo, I'm so honored to announce it's only taken us 7 years to get a record label sponsorship. So honored to announce our new partnership with Flat Spot Records. Flat Spot Records was started in Baltimore, Maryland in 2004 by Che Figueroa. Later on, he linked up with my man Ricky Singh from Backtrack, who had a great episode on here with me and Matt Henderson. That's episode 367. You can check that out. I love what this record label is doing, what they represent. They're one of the most influential DIY independent record labels of the 21st century. Hardcore represent to the fullest. So many of the artists are my friends, also been on this podcast, from Trapped Under Ice to Scowl to End It to Speed to Backtrack. Friends on there like my man Matty Matheson's band Pigpen, amazing hardcore band called Raw Brigade. We got Whispers, we got Misery. It's a true honor to have this partnership with Flat Spot Records. We do a thing called Flat Spot World all around the world. We played the Baltimore one. It was incredible, disturbing the peace. But the real incredible news is one of the most hardest working hardcore bands of all time, Terror, have just signed to Flat Spot Records. They have a new record coming out April 24th. It's called Still Suffer. They just dropped a single. They just dropped a video. It's incredible. If you had to take one person that represents hardcore to the fullest, that's Scott motherfucking Vogel. Shout out to Vogel, who's been on this podcast 3 times. Martine was just on incredible episodes. Thank you, Ricky. Thank you, Che. Thank you, Flat Spot Records. You can go to flatspotrecords.com and use my code OLC and get 20% off anything on the website. That's flatspotrecords.com. Use my code OLC and get 20% off anything on the website. Terror's coming out. Still Suffer. April 24th. Flat Spot Records. Thank you, guys. Peace. Welcome to the One Life One Chance podcast. I'm back. Hunter Burgan's here right now. So thank you so much. This is the second time Hunter's on the podcast. For listeners, I've lost 2 episodes my whole entire career, 7 years into this podcast, and somehow deleted his. So he's been so nice to come back to my kitchen and be with me again. So thank you so much, man. I really appreciate it.
Yeah.
And I'm excited. We'll get into his basketball love, but I'm going to my first basketball game ever today, a live basketball game. I want to see the LA Lakers today. I'm really excited. So I really appreciate you taking me. I'm super excited, man.
Yeah, of course.
Should I rock any colors or anything? I don't know that purple and yellow. You got your hat, but
we'll get you like suited up after this.
I might get some gear there today too. They probably cool gear.
Oh yeah, they do.
I can't believe I'm 56 years old. I've never been to a basketball game in my life. It's kind of crazy, man.
That is crazy.
So wait, obviously you have to get into your life, but your basketball love, when did that come into your life, basketball?
Well, I guess during the 80s,
Yeah.
Basketball was big. It wasn't as big as it is now. I mean, it wasn't as easy to watch games, but I was a Lakers fan because the Lakers were like the team.
Yeah.
And it made me want to try out for the team, for like the junior high team.
Yeah.
But I was like the littlest kid trying out for like the 8th grade team, but I was maybe in 6th grade or something. Something wasn't maybe my best decision. And I didn't make the team, as you would predict.
Yeah.
And so then I never tried again.
But you still loved it. You still loved it, though.
I still love it. So I don't play basketball at all, but I love watching it.
So you never played after that, really, either?
No.
Wow, man.
But also, like, I grew up in like a weird small mountain town.
You did.
There's not a lot of like courts around.
Mm-hmm.
So there's like, if you can get to the school,
Yeah.
you can play. Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah,
it's just different. It's a different thing. It's also kind of a football town.
Okay. But also, you don't have to be super tall to play basketball.
You don't, as long as everyone else playing with you is also short.
Yeah. But are there short? There's short professional basketball players.
There are, but the thing you have to remember, and I'll point this out a bunch tonight, is that when you look at the court, the person on court that looks the shortest, that you think like, oh, that person's like a regular height person or whatever, they're way taller than you.
Okay. Okay. But are there some famous basketball players that are short that had total skills?
Yes.
You know of?
Yeah. There have been a number of like guys shorter than I am that were like super skilled guards and ball handlers. But that's it. You have to be like really good with the ball. Whereas if you're like 8 feet tall, you can just play basketball. They'll let you.
Totally, dude. The short guys aren't really slam dunking either, are they? Really?
No.
Damn. But they're helpful. They do their part in the team. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was the only sport you really cared about growing up, was basketball.
Pretty much. I mean, like everybody in my hometown was into football. It's a big thing. And I didn't play any of the like little leagues or anything. I did play I guess I played baseball, little league baseball, but I was like late to it. So I was kind of teamed up with some younger kids. Yeah. And I didn't know what I was doing, and it was like kind of fun, but not really that fun. And
yeah, baseball, I don't know. I've seen baseball live, and I played when I was a kid too, but it's just boring to me. I don't know why, man.
Like I would, for no reason, I would slide into every base every time.
Just to do it.
Yeah.
It's cool. That was a cool thing to slide in.
Yeah.
You used to let people doing it, you get all dirty and slide in the dirt. But I was out there, actually my son was young playing baseball. He was so bored. I saw him like he'd be out there in the field like playing with the dirt. He didn't even care about being out there. I knew it wasn't for him. Yeah. We tried every sport with him, but then he also loved soccer a lot. Soccer was a fun game to see live and play. Yeah. So were you born in Long Beach?
I was born in Long Beach.
Before you moved to Grass Valley? Yeah. And how old were you when you lived in Long Beach? When did you move and why?
I moved when I was 3.
Okay.
And I moved to be with my parents.
Okay.
They were the ones really doing the moving.
Yeah. You were moving on, you're only 3 years old.
I was like, hey, you know what, guys?
I'm out of here. I'm going to go to Grass Valley.
I'm moving to Grass Valley. If you guys want to join me, that'll be cool.
Why did they end up going there?
I think they wanted to find like a smaller town to raise kids.
That's nice.
Yeah. And so, they had been through the area on a trip and kind of liked the vibe.
Yeah.
And ended up being a really cool place.
You have a younger brother and older sister?
I have a younger sister.
Okay.
No brother.
Really? Interwebs once again, dude. That's crazy.
What does the internet say that my brother's name is?
It doesn't have a name for him.
Okay, that's because it doesn't exist.
Wow. It says you had a brother, but he's not really mentioned that much, but you do have an older sister named Rebecca. That's so crazy.
So I have a younger sister named Rebecca.
Wow.
Yeah.
Good to know.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Let Wikipedia know
Even ChatGPT too, as well.
ChatGPT
It's
doesn't
such
know anything.
crap. I erased it off my phone, man. It's so bad. I didn't realize how bad it is for the environment, all this shit. It's bad, man. Right?
Yeah.
Damn. You never listen to the interwebs.
It's like if I want my false information, I could just get it from somewhere else that doesn't ruin the environment.
True. True. It is wrong too. A lot of it doesn't match Google and stuff like that too. I've been as I'm learning right now.
Yeah.
Because I go to both and double check things. You know, it's crazy, dude.
Yeah.
This is the real you though. So Grass Valley. So growing up there, you said small town vibes, like super.
Yeah, I mean it's like somewhat isolated from like cities.
Yeah.
It's like an hour away from Sacramento.
Okay.
So once I got to like the age of going to shows or driving age, that would be like the closest sort of, not I guess big city, but it's like medium-sized city.
For sure.
Whatever. So because of that, it was kind of like you felt isolated and you felt a little bit removed from like culture that you would see on TV or read in magazines or whatever. So there was some negative to that, but then kind of into my teens, it kind of empowered me and a lot of the people in my community to sort of do more for ourselves.
Yeah.
Like if we wanted to go to a show, we had to make the show ourselves, and we had to make the bands. We had to make the thing that we wanted to see.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I feel like that energy is still with me today.
For sure. So there were people in like how do you find punk in that town, and how do you get exposed to it?
Punk just came to the town. Okay. I mean, it's close enough to the Bay Area that there was influence there, and obviously like older kids, driving to the Bay Area were really steeped in like, I guess like late 80s like punk culture, and so that sort of bled into the area.
Yeah.
And so by the time I was like a junior in high school and I was like a punk, there was a whole community of punks at the school and also in the area, and every day after school we'd all go to the same park and hang out, and it was amazing. Like to look back at that, I kind of took it for granted a little bit, but it was like a full scene in this small town.
It's cool.
Yeah.
People go to the big city and come back with like shirts or music. I saw this show or I saw that, right? And tell everybody. And
yeah. I mean, like that's, you'd have to drive to do the things you'd want to do, go to the shows. And, I remember there was a store in Sacramento that was like the one store that sold like the punk t-shirts and like the punk belts and like Doc Martens and stuff,
Yeah.
But it's like, way before Hot Topic. And it was like London Underground or something, like some sort of thing.
These docs are from England.
Yeah.
That's cool. And then before punk, what were you listening to? Were your parents playing music in the house? Like what was kind of your first exposure to music?
Yeah. So my dad is a musician. He's been a musician his whole life. And so I would listen to, he's also a huge fan of music and a great curator of really good music, regardless of genre. So huge record collection growing up, and a lot of rock and roll, a lot of like R&B, like 60s R&B and soul, but then also like punk stuff and like early hip hop. He would just go and buy records and bring them home and be like, "Hey, check this out. This is what
That's amazing.
I found out, like, here I went to go get this LL Cool J record, and while I was there, I bought you this Beastie Boys record." Like
amazing, man.
I also remember him like him playing like early Bad Religion stuff and being like, "Yeah, listen to the songwriting, like you hear like the difference, like between like like Brett's songwriting style here and like like yeah."
Holy shit! How old were you then?
I was probably like, I don't know, 10, 11. Like
that's crazy, man. That's a good diverse group of music. I mean, like he's bringing to the house.
Yeah, a lot of jazz.
Okay.
So my dad's also a saxophone player, tenor sax.
Yep.
Been playing since the 50s. And so like just a huge amount of like jazz and like early rock and roll, all the genres of music that put like really great saxophone playing at the forefront were part of my childhood.
It's amazing.
Which also inspired me to play saxophone too.
Yeah, was that the first instrument you tried to play because of that, or?
I mean, like we had stuff around the house, like piano around the house and stuff. But I wanted to play saxophone, and when I was in 4th grade, the like junior high band instructor came down to the 4th grade classes and said like, hey, would anybody be interested in maybe playing an instrument, trying to recruit early.
Yeah.
And I was like, hadn't thought of it. I'm like, yeah, I'll play saxophone. They're like, okay, well, we don't do saxophone for 4th graders. It's a little too big. But if you do a year of clarinet, we'll move you up to saxophone a year later.
Wow.
And I was like, okay, I'm in.
Yeah.
And so I think maybe even like, I didn't even like tell my parents right away. I was like, this is gonna be cool. But then I needed a clarinet. So then,
and that was fun playing clarinet. It was cool.
Clarinet was, oh man. Okay. So I have to like, the patience that this band instructor had to like listen to these 4th graders, like learn quarter notes and squawking and squeaking in the basement of the school, like every Wednesday or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh my God. And I mean, I don't, but I did learn the fundamentals of like scales and things. And it, like a lot of it helped me to learn, I don't know, more about like creating music and writing music. And then a year later, I moved up to saxophone and kind of quickly fast track. Within like 2 years, I was like first chair saxophone at the school.
What does that mean, first chair?
First chair is like, you're the best.
Okay. Nice.
I mean, it really is. It's like,
Holy shit.
there could be like 3 or 4, saxophones and first chair gets the first chair part. So when they pass out the parts for whatever song you're playing, that's the lead essentially.
Nice.
And that at any point, one of the other sax players could challenge you to take over your first chair spot.
Your chair.
No one challenged me.
Damn.
They didn't dare.
That's amazing. So nobody would step to you on the saxophone. Wow, man.
Yeah.
That's cool. And so you said hip hop too. You listened to a lot of hip hop early age too?
Yeah. I mean, like once again, growing up in a small town, like you're limited to whatever the record store has or whatever you can hear on the radio. And that's it. Like, I have no way of like finding out about other stuff. So, like, what came to me was like, Run DMC and LL Cool J and like the early first Beastie Boys record.
Incredible, man.
And then like around that time, we finally, like our local cable finally got MTV. So anything that was coming through MTV also.
Yes.
And at that point, I just started, because I was now playing music, I started loving everything I heard. And just like, I the same time that I'm like, I need to be like a rapper or like a DJ. I'm also like, I got to play guitar. I was already playing saxophone. I got to play guitar. I got to figure. I like just want to do everything.
Everything. Yeah. You're absorbing all of it.
Yeah.
Were you rapping at all or breakdancing?
So I tried to breakdance. I fancied myself a like potential breakdancer.
Okay.
I was able to ask a family relative to like get me some parachute pants and like some gear.
Yes.
And I would like kind of like, I don't know, like nervously wear it to like summer school where like the older kids were doing breakdancing during like the recess or whatever, but they were all so much older than me. I was so intimidated by them that I just kind of like, I don't know. And then I would go home and like try to do moves without any sort of like instruction or like anyone telling me like, no, you're doing it wrong.
Yeah, there's no YouTube back then. Yeah.
Nothing. Not even a mirror to look in to see if I was like popping and locking right.
Did you have cardboard set up at your house?
I had cardboard.
Wow, that's amazing. Could you do a backspin or? I
could do a little bit of a backspin.
Yeah.
I could do a kind of a, what, I don't even know what it's called, like a sort of a grapevine move into a backspin.
Mm-hmm. Pop locking.
I tried to do like a head spin and that just was painful. But yeah, I mean, and it's like, once again, like my only references for breakdancing were like movies,
Yeah.
So like whatever I could see when when breaking was on, happened to be on TV.
Happened to be on.
Like, I don't have a copy of it. I don't have a VCR or a way to like record it. So it's just like, if it's on, then I can watch it. And that's my experience.
It's crazy how that happened back then. We couldn't like just pick things and put things. Just whenever it came on, they catch at the right time.
Yeah.
So breakdancing didn't last too long for you and Pop. We still loved hip hop, obviously. And
and I did. I mean, like my friend and I would get together and we'd write like raps and stuff. And,
really?
Yeah, but just about like our cats and
So you were rhyming too?
So we were rhyming, yeah. And then I would take like I would find a little bit of a beat on on a record or on a tape or whatever, and I would like try to like loop it onto another cassette, but I didn't have any sort of technology to loop it, so it would go for like a few bars, and then you'd hear this awkward pause as I'd like hit pause and record and start again. Never lined up at all.
That's only you figured out when you were young like that. Yeah.
But my dad had a drum machine.
Okay.
Like a Roland 606.
Okay.
And so I could do beats with that, and I ended up like, in fifth grade, we had to do like a report on a state, and every student was assigned a different state, and I was assigned Illinois.
Okay.
And so I was never good at like doing like the written part of like essays and projects and things.
Yeah.
I'd always procrastinate, but there was like an extra credit section where in addition to your report, you can get extra credit points if you do any of these other things, like maybe something artistic related to your thing. So I'm like, okay, you know what? My report itself isn't going to be that great, so I'm going to do like multiple extra credit things. So one of them was I wrote a song about Illinois, like this Illinois rap.
Whoa.
Yeah. And, use like my dad's drum machine, and like he helped me a lot with like making music bed for it. And
so you rhymed it.
Yeah. And then,
I'd love to hear that, man.
And then like took a cassette deck to school and played it for the other kids. And like, I got full credit for it.
Holy shit. Was it good? You think it was?
It was not good.
Was it called Illinois?
Yeah. I mean, man, I wish I
would love to hear that.
I can remember like sections of it. Like,
you remember the bars?
Like, so let's take a trip and drive across the fields and meet some of the people that provide us with our meals. We got soybeans, corn, cattle, hogs, and dairy, poultry, barley, wheat, and refrigerator Perry.
That's amazing. What's refrigerator Perry? What is that?
That's he was a guy played for the Bears.
Oh shit! Oh, she knows movies.
Yeah,
that's crazy, dude.
Yeah, he was big dude. And
I think, refrigerator. Yeah. Okay.
And I think we had at some point. Somehow amazing. In my home, we came across a full like door size poster of Refrigerator Perry and put it on the side of our refrigerator. And it was like just because of like the culture, like my dad didn't like the Bears. He was a Rams fan.
Okay.
None of us cared about football, but it was just like, here's this icon, this big dude. It was just
on the side of the refrigerator.
Yeah, just in that moment, Yeah.
That's amazing, man. All right, so this is what grade you were in when you were rapping like that? I was like, you said
that's fifth grade.
Crazy, man. And so you passed, obviously, with that extra credit.
I barely passed. I mean, that was my whole experience in all grades was like, I barely passed, and it wasn't like
you weren't smart.
I usually knew the material. I just didn't want to do any work.
Yeah, just socializing, just hanging.
Yeah,
yeah. So when do you do you find punk and skateboarding in like middle school, or not till high school?
I mean, I think probably around that same time. Skateboarding, same thing. Like, super into the idea of it, and but it was like mostly like older kids that were doing it, and so and we had a local skate shop that was really cool called Free Flight, and you'd go there, and the guy Greg that worked there was like super nice and helpful, and like show you all the stuff, and like I like bought a skateboard, but then like didn't have anywhere I could go.
Or nobody to skate with either, really, no?
Like this, like street skating hadn't really taken off in that area at all, and and also like would then become like super, like illegal. The cops like hated it. But so like a lot of the older kids were doing like skating on this half pipe that I only knew about because like my babysitters friends were there. Okay. So like my sisters were younger, so like my parents would like send us off with this babysitter, and we'd go over to this house where there like all these like slightly older kids were skating, and I would just be like, oh man, that's so cool, but I'm like so young and intimidated by it.
Yeah.
So I went through a few skateboards, but like mostly would just be skating like on like the back deck at my parents' house, or like if I could go to the school, I built a little launch ramp.
Nice.
But all I ever really accomplished was like injuring myself. Like I never quite got the feel for it.
Yeah.
And then I got to a point where I'm like, I don't know, I was too old to pick it up as this like inherent talent,
Yeah. How old's too old, you mean?
Like 17.
Okay.
By the time I hit that age, I was like, I don't know. And I mean, this is true. Like even a few years ago during the pandemic, I thought, you know what? I should try skateboarding again.
Oh, shit.
And so like I went out and got some stuff, got all the pads.
Of course.
All the protection. I'm like, let me see if I can remember anything. And so I tried doing kick flips. I'm like, okay, this is like, I'm actually doing better than
Did you land a kickflip?
Yeah, better than I had before.
Okay.
And so I thought, okay, this is cool. Like I feel like maybe now, especially with YouTube and with all these resources, like I might be able to be better than I ever was. That was my thought. But it took me just falling like 2 times. I fell on my elbow, and it popped my shoulder in a weird way. And I'm like, oh, okay, you know what? I can't do this.
You can't do it, man. Especially when playing and touring and stuff. Like, it's not worth it.
Like, I could do this if I knew for sure that I didn't need to be on the road or be in the studio for like 6 weeks.
Yeah.
But like...
It's not worth it, man.
It's not worth it.
Damn. At least you tried, though. Bring it back, dude.
But you know what? I still love, like watching old, like, videos...
Same.
And I kind of started collecting decks now.
Really?
Yeah. Like
how many decks you have?
Like I don't know, maybe like a dozen. But it's like
classic decks.
I have a couple classics, but I thought, you know what? I don't need to necessarily. I have as much appreciation for a reissue as a classic.
Sure.
Because it's the artwork, really, is what.
Love the artwork, man.
And it's sort of what the whole thing to me like it symbolizes. Like for sure. I don't know. So yeah.
So you have some power boards and some
old Santa Cruz stuff and
That's cool. The Screaming Hand, so legendary.
Jim Phillips stuff, yeah.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, the artwork was so incredible and so ahead of its time. I feel,
the Rob Roskop like face,
man. What was the Melting Clock one too? That was Klaus Grabke maybe. Yeah, the artwork was so ahead of its time. I think about all the street brands that came out later on, all the merchandise that people wear, but back then it was like Vision Streetwear. Z-Boys, some of the stuff in the 80s was just...
It's just so cool because it was so like... it was so like shocking,
it was. And the bright color shirts.
Yeah, just so cool about it,
Yeah, because everything was... That was like some of the first shirts I saw that weren't black too, like the power shirts, the pink ones, the green ones, the baby blue ones. It was so colorful and different and bright. And like this Christian Assoy style and all the Bones Brigade videos. Dude.
Yeah.
I also love watching like there's so many great new skaters too. I've been seeing on YouTube. I don't know all the names off the top. There's been really incredible skaters these days.
The thing is, like, the evolution of skateboarding is so insane. Dude. It's
and how young the kids are. Just crazy young in the Olympics and doing 900s and just like it's nothing, dude.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden we have Tony Hawk, who's like 57 or something, still killing it, bro. Yeah. He's like a superhero to me, dude.
Yeah, he's so great.
You have a chance to meet him before?
I met him last year.
Oh, wow.
I met him last year.
Did you nerd out on him or no? No.
So,
played it cool.
So my friends in She Wants Revenge asked me to play saxophone with them at Cruel World last year.
That's insane. That's amazing.
And I was like,
I think I saw that maybe.
I was like, hell yes, of course. Like any chance to dust off my sax, for sure.
That's cool, dude.
So so I did that and came off the stage, and Tony's friends with them,
Bro.
and so they're like talking to him, and I was like, oh shit, this is probably my best opportunity ever to like go over and talk to him.
Dude, I know he probably loves AFI too.
So I went over and I like introduced myself. I'm like, hey, I was just on stage playing sax, but I also play in AFI. And he's like, oh yeah, you guys, like, you guys are on, Pro Skater, like.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
And I'm like, yes, and I really need to thank you for like all the exposure that you gave us from that. Like it's been amazing.
It's a dream.
And so then we talked about music and, Devo. He loves Devo.
Loves Devo.
And I'm like, you know what? This dude, first off, he's so cool, so down to earth.
Yeah.
But he loves music so much.
He does, man.
And I love that. Like,
yeah. And I see him still like using new bands' music. I think he used like, obviously turns out with some other bands and some videos he's been posting, like newer hardcore bands, and
yeah,
he pays attention. I saw him on stage with Goldfinger sing one of their songs or something. Like
yeah.
MXPX, or he's so cool, man. What a legend, dude.
Yeah.
That's cool. You got to meet him after all these years.
Yeah.
And be on the soundtrack too to Skate. That's legendary, dude.
Yeah.
That right there is like probably, we just got to be on the newest Tony Hawk game, like randomly on the last one just came out last year. And that was like, for me, that's like one of the most amazing things that ever happened in my entire life in this band, is to be on a Tony Hawk game, dude.
I gotta,
growing up on that shit.
Just to like continue to plug these games, like it's, like the convergence of punk rock and skateboarding and video games.
Crazy, dude.
It's like the perfect combination.
It is,
like,
man.
What were you into as a kid? Those things.
Yeah.
And they all came together as one? Are you kidding me?
Man.
Like,
and we
cool.
get to be a part of it is so cool, man. That was like it's probably a big highlight for you, right, in your career.
Oh yeah,
beyond that?
For sure.
What year were you guys on that? Was it a couple years ago? Was it?
So we were on number 3.
Oh, whoa.
Which was
what song was on there?
A song called "The Boy Who Destroyed the World."
Okay, yeah.
And then they just did the re-release of it, and we're on that.
Oh, that's amazing.
So
man.
yeah.
So sick, dude.
Just so cool.
Just think about that. That's like both of us growing up loving that stuff and watching those videos and skating, and like not ever getting to be a pro, but we love skateboarding and the culture and all that stuff. And then
I'm way better in the game than I am in real life.
So you played a lot of video games growing up too?
Yeah. I mean, like from like Nintendo era up through like Nintendo 64 was kind of like that was like my main era. And then I didn't have as much time because I'm like touring and doing stuff, but
so you played into your adult life.
Yeah, but every like couple years I would kind of like
go back,
check in and see like what, like I have friends who are big gamers and be like, what's the new thing? They're like, oh, you got to get the PS2. And so I'd go get that, and like whatever, like
you're trying to keep
like
up with it.
Grand Theft Auto, like
that thing's crazy, dude.
And yeah, so every couple years I end up buying like like the Nintendo Switch or like the Game Box or like whatever. So I have like a bunch of consoles.
It's amazing though.
And I'm still like, every once in a while I'll get into a game.
Yeah.
And I realize now that it is an investment in time.
For sure.
And we only have so much time. So
especially when we get older, bro.
So I'm like a little more aware of that. But even like when the pandemic hit, I started playing Red Dead Redemption 2.
Okay.
And just went all in on that for like, a couple months.
Yeah.
Just like sleeping, eating, playing that. That's
every day.
Every day.
Damn, what is that game? What do you do in that game?
I call it horse game because you basically ride around a horse.
Really?
It takes place in like the late 1800s.
Oh shit.
And so it's you're riding around a horse and like shooting people and like there's more to it than that, but yeah.
Dude, the game's gotten so realistic, like the Grand Theft Auto shit, dude. And the stuff people doing there, it's wild, man.
Yeah. I mean, I love a game with like a fully open world.
Yeah.
Where I can just like, I don't need to do the challenges or the things. Let me just like spend a day like walking, going somewhere, finding something, digging something up. I don't know.
But not the other ones like carjacking and fuck, it's crazy. Yeah. You played that one before, Grand Theft Auto before?
I played like 3 quite a bit. And then like Vice City.
That's a crazy one too.
And I tried playing like whatever the latest one is, only like a year ago or so, and I'm like, oh man, I don't have the skills to do this right now to like to get into it in the way that I want to.
Yeah.
Same thing with like, as a huge basketball fan, I'm like, you know what? Let me like check out NBA 2K. Like,
Oh yeah.
and so I got that last year, and it's I just don't have I don't know. It's like, it's hard.
It's a lot.
It's hard.
What, to play and be a player in the team? In the
Yeah,
game?
I mean, it's like I know what I need to do, and my hands aren't doing it. I'm like, is this just like, is this made for somebody who's a little bit better at doing games than I am?
Yeah, it's probably like some high level shit at this point, 2026 or 25, you know?
Or either that, or it's like, I mean, I don't know for sure, but it's like, you know, either you're really skilled or you have bought into like the extra things, paid extra money to like kind of get out of that basement level of skill level.
Oh, people can do that, by the way, up kind of.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Oh, dude. What was your first concert? I think you told me.
Yeah, first concert. So, need to once again mention that my dad being a musician, growing up, like I went to some of his concerts, you know, whether it's like him playing at a bar or a party or whatever. My first show, my first concert.
First live, besides your dad.
My first live performance of an artist was Tiffany.
Oh, that's right. That's amazing, dude.
In like 86 or
Is
something.
that at a mall or something?
It was at an arena, proper arena.
Damn.
And
she was huge, dude.
She was huge. You know, went with my whole family, and none of us wore ear protection. We got T-shirts, teal T-shirts that fit, so they don't fit me now.
You still have it?
I still have it.
No way.
But like later in my show going career, I would buy T-shirts that were like huge, and they're still too big for me. So it's like,
really,
I never figured out how to get fitting shirts until much later.
You still have your big T-shirt collection?
I have a huge T-shirt collection.
Really?
It's stupid huge.
Oh my god, I'd love to see it. Like every band, all kinds of shit.
Like like bands we go on to, and I would go and get. I mean, still I do this. Like you go to a show and I just get the shirt.
Yeah.
Because it's sort of like the memento.
Yeah.
From the show. I don't know.
From the band, yeah, for sure. Even to this day.
Yeah.
But do you wear them?
Yeah, I try to cycle through. You know, some kind of go into retirement.
Do you have some you never worn yet?
I definitely have a lot that I've never worn.
Damn.
Yeah.
Like how far back? Like early 90s, 80s?
Yeah, I mean, like some from the 80s, but I wasn't always as good about getting shirts, but like from the 90s on.
Crazy.
For sure,
probably.
yeah.
How many do you think you have?
Oh, hundreds and hundreds. Yeah.
Do you you collect all the AFI shirts too?
For a while I did.
Every single one you made?
Like from the point at which like I joined the band, and then there was a window where I was either designing or like at least doing the layout of the shirts.
Yeah.
I have all of those.
That's so cool. Dude.
And then it was like, then things got out of control, and there's no way for me to get like one of each of the things. And so, and then now whenever we do a new collection, every once in a while, I'll like request certain ones.
Yeah.
But it's just like, it's, I gotta tell you, like a T-shirt collection takes up a lot of space.
I'm sure. Do you have like in storage, or you have it in your house?
I have like industrial bins that are all they're all folded kind of by era, and
also they're super organized.
They're super organized, but they also take up like a huge chunk of the garage. You know, like
yeah. Are they organized by years or like just eras? I guess
they're eras. Yeah.
That's sick, dude. You probably get rid of them someday or keep them forever.
I don't know. I just only recently thought like maybe I should get rid of these because like.
People
like,
would be stoked to buy some shirts.
Like, yeah, like if I could really, really stoke someone out,
and
like
give it to somebody that really appreciate it.
Yeah, you know, it's not doing me a whole.
Because it's just shirts.
Yeah, if it's not something that I'm gonna wear, I mean, there's certain ones that I'll like the earliest ones that I gotta hang on to, but like, yeah.
But also, you have the memories, you lived it, you know.
Exactly.
But yeah, that's cool. Like, I've seen a lot of AFI shirts for crazy money online, dude. Yeah. So there's one of the cat, like East Bay hardcore ones. Yeah. Those ones are like, you probably have some of those.
I have some of those, never been worn.
Oh my God, dude. That's like a lot of money, man. It's crazy, dude. All right, so Tiffany, wow, I think we're alone now. Yeah. That's the first concert. And then would it be like a punk show after that, or was it more concerts?
So that was early enough that like I was like 10.
Yeah.
So then I mean I went.
Did you love Tiffany?
I mean I loved Tiffany as anyone did in that moment.
Totally.
I actually listened to that record,
Really?
her first record again.
Dude,
like,
she's still touring and playing.
and it's like it's pretty good, you know.
Yeah.
After
was
that,
it more than one hit beside that? Was it more than hits besides "Think We're Alone Now"?
there was like a ballad. I think.
Yeah, it was a ballad.
Yeah.
That's right.
After that was let's see. I went to the Club MTV tour, which was that was the Tone Loc, Paula Abdul.
No way, dude.
Was Not Was.
Who
am I forgetting? The main thing was Milli Vanilli.
Was on that tour?
No, this is like
way,
'89.
Dude, that's
so
incredible. I love Paula Abdul too. Wow.
And that was.
You saw Milli Vanilli live.
I saw Milli Vanilli live.
Oh, you know it's true.
And so, I've been a genuine, non-ironic fan of that music since then.
Okay.
And consistently throughout that time, it's great. It's great pop music.
It is.
And it's totally of the time, like the sounds and like the breaks and the orchestra hits and is like so in that kind of like sort of the pop version of like the New Jack era.
New Jack Swing?
Yeah.
And
it's just like you know what? This is good music.
You listen to it sometimes?
And I listen to it sometimes.
That's incredible, dude.
I actually recently bought a rack synth module from that era specifically so I could have some of those sounds.
That's cool, man. And you're making those sounds?
And I'm making those sounds. I mean, haven't put them in anything yet, but you know, yeah.
So how old are you when you find that, like what age are you when you find that when punk rock is that?
So that's just right after that. So one more concert I want to mention.
Let's go, man.
Is James Brown.
Dude, come on, man.
Right after he got out of prison, his first tour. And I had just done a school report, or maybe I was about to do a school report about how, and this is a huge part of like my sort of developmental thing.
Yeah.
A school report on the effects of drugs on musicians.
Whoa.
Because you had to be real specific.
Yeah.
And also at that point in time, you had to like go to the library and like check out books and like magazines and site sources from
real
those.
Research. Yeah.
And so I was able to, because, you know, there had been such a problem with drugs and musicians dating back to like, you know, jazz musicians, like, there were actually like a lot of resources, but then I was also able to pull like newer things from like James Brown's arrest, like when he was like on Angel Dust and like, and like, you know, in the like police chase where his car is like all the rubber has fallen off the tires and he's still going, you know? And it like in that moment in time, I'm also like a young musician wanting to like thinking like this would be so cool to be a professional musician.
Yeah.
And so seeing that as a roadmap, I'm like, okay, obviously like I can't be getting into drugs.
Yeah.
Like that will just like sideline my career or kill me, ruin what I want. And so kind of that was it. Like, and I had no awareness of like straight edge or any movement. I had already kind of like made that decision.
I love that, man.
And then that sort of made things kind of weird in my social groups because to me that included alcohol and like, you know, and you know, this is right around that age where like my friends are starting to experiment and like, you know,
cigarettes, weed, whatever.
and I'm kind of like, oh no, that's not for me. And I'm like, but I don't know what is for me. And I can't, you know.
How old are you then? Like what age?
So I'm probably like 13.
Okay. Yeah.
Around that time. And so, but that's when I kind of found punk.
Okay.
And, I mean, I knew of punk, like my dad had played some punk stuff for me, but I didn't know, like it just seemed like a style of music or something.
Yeah.
But then I went, you know, like I started going to record store, like I'd visit my, my relatives in Long Beach.
Okay.
And I would go to like a record store and I'd like find like a Black Flag CD.
It's awesome.
And I remember listening to like Greg Ginn's guitar playing and just this is so unhinged. It's
just
so,
like your dad was with the Bad Religion records.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
I'm like, this is like, there's so much energy in this playing because it's loose and it's just all like this angst and like, I just loved it so much because everything that I had done musically up at that point, you know, playing saxophone, reading music, or even like, you know, I was like a big Aerosmith fan. And I was trying to play guitar, like trying to learn guitar. And so like I'd get guitar magazines with like transcriptions of the songs and it was so technical.
Yeah.
Even though, you know, like those guys are like amazing musicians and, you know, we're playing like not trying to play technical stuff.
No.
But just, it was just completely inaccessible to me. But like listening to Black Flag, I'm like, I can do this.
Yeah.
I can not only play this, but I can bring that energy. I'm like, I feel those emotions. Like,
yeah.
And so it just
cool.
Like I had been playing in, I'd started a first band called Taurus.
Taurus, okay.
With some of my friends that like never did anything. I was really me trying to like figure out how to start a band and like, you know, how to write songs. And then my first like band that actually played shows was a band called Little Seizures.
Yep.
And
it was like 92 or something.
Yeah. And so in that, during the course of that band is when I really started getting into punk. And I think it was so much so that I needed to start a new band with the punk idea.
Yeah.
Really just like clean a slate and do a new thing. And so I thought, who would be a great singer for my new punk band? My sister.
Was that Blowhole?
That was Blowhole.
It's a hard name, dude.
And so it was like me and my best friend and her best friend.
That's incredible, man.
And we were just on a mission to be like the most like subversive punk band out there. Like musically just as weird and as nuts as you could get. And then we would like book shows at like open mics or like Battle of the Bands or like, anything with sort of an open call.
Yeah.
And then we would go and like write songs specifically with the idea of like offending everyone who's there.
How old is your sister at that point?
So she's like a year younger than me.
Okay.
So I'm probably like 15, 16. She's like 14, 15,
So she was into the same type of music.
Yeah.
Obviously. That's cool.
And and we would like I'm trying to think like
Blowhole's such a sick name, man.
We were both somehow, I mean, despite being kind of like weird punk kids, like the dean at our school liked us.
Really?
Yeah, he like was cool with us, and so we would like play at like school events.
That's amazing. He would have
which is so weird. And then of course we would write songs specifically like to undermine the event that we're playing at. And
was it like screamy? Was it hard? Was it fast? Or?
Well, we would do a little bit of a bait and switch too. Like we'd start off with a song that seemed like, okay, that's just a chill like rock and roll song or like whatever. And then it would go into a screaming thing that like musically is just the most Greg Ginn, like everyone's just doing their own thing. No key, no scale, no notes, like just, yeah. And so we played like school pep rallies and we played at a car show, and I have a distinct memory of like every band that was to be playing the car show, and it was cool. This is like probably 92 now. Every band that was going to play the car show had to sign an agreement that they weren't going to use profanity.
Okay.
And it was like a cool like diverse lineup of local bands. Like there's like a metal band and a punk band and like different stuff. And they had done it for a few years with bands, and it always kind of worked out. And this is like, the students have a half day of school, and then they get to go out to like the football field, and there's all these like classic cars parked around, and then a band plays, And so we signed this. We reluctantly signed this.
Oh man.
This agreement, and then we go up there on stage and do our set, which is every song is full of fucks. you know, and like,
Yeah.
and not just like incidental fucks, but the whole reason of the song is fuck you,
Holy
fuck
shit.
this. And you know, like, so hard cut to us being in the dean's office the next school day.
Oh man.
And the dean is like trying to get us to explain why he got all these phone calls from like neighbors and people in the community that like, you know, woke up that day to hearing all these fucks.
Holy shit.
And of course we're like, no. We were using like euphemisms like funk.
What?
Funk this, you know, like shiitake mushrooms.
Dude. He didn't believe you, right?
He didn't believe us, but like he liked us. So like we didn't, you know,
we get in trouble really.
No consequences.
Was gonna ask about the band, about the shows. I was looking at it right now about the blowholes with your sister. Yeah, did your parents take you to the shows because you're underage? Like, are they supporting this?
So like up to like our, you know, any concerts, proper concerts in like arenas and stuff, they were taking us to, and of course, they're big music fans. So
they're coming to see Blowhole.
So they would come. Okay, so here's one of my favorite memories from that era. This is also the point in time where I'm in multiple bands because I can't get enough of it. Like I'm playing drums, I'm playing bass, I'm playing guitar, anything to be in another band so that I can constantly be doing this.
Yeah.
I'm putting on shows.
Yeah.
I'm bringing in bands from out of town to play at like the local theater and the local venues. Dude. And so there's one show that I think I played in a couple bands on. But one of those was Blowhole. And we asked my dad to come and play saxophone on a couple songs with us. And of course, he's totally game.
Amazing, dude.
And so we kind of power through one song, and like the punk community was so cool back then. It was so big, and everybody was just into everything. So it was like, these are packed shows.
Crazy.
And so we power through one song with my dad, and then my dad takes the mic and he's like, just want to say, I taught these kids everything they know. I can remember like when we were younger, like the whole family sitting around the piano, just singing songs like "Fuck Off, Bitch."
You sound like it's the intro.
Yeah. And that was one of our songs, "Fuck Off, Bitch."
Dude.
So
sounds awesome, man. His dad, yeah.
So cool.
So are your parents still together?
Parents are still together.
Incredible. How many years?
Okay, let's see.
Over 40.
This is easy because it's they were married in 1970. So 56 years.
Yeah, that's my age. I was born in 1970. Holy shit. That's incredible, dude.
Yeah.
That's awesome, man.
I think this is a good opportunity. I want to plug something.
Let's go. Let's fuck it.
So for the past like year and a half, 2 years maybe, I have been working with my dad on a new record.
No way, dude.
My dad's first record in like, I don't know, 20 years.
That's incredible,
and
man.
it's really, really cool stuff.
Are you producing it?
I produced the whole thing.
Dude.
And it started with him just sending me tracks that he recorded. And
from a long time ago, or newer tracks?
Like, you know, from a few years ago.
Yeah.
And wanting me to mix it. And a lot of the stuff, it was like, okay, well, this, you know, as a like producer and a mixing engineer, I go like, okay, well, hold on. This needs to be re-recorded. Like, you know, and so working with him, like re-recording stuff, I went through and replaced all the bass and drums on everything.
That's so cool.
And then just worked with him, and we've like shot a couple music videos.
Dude, when's this coming out this year?
It's coming out next month.
Holy shit, what's it called?
It's called Somewhere Else by Ken Burgan.
That's so beautiful, man. I do it with the pops, man.
Yeah. And so
was it cool working with him?
It was cool. Yeah. Like, I mean, he's just like first off, he's been playing like rock and roll or some form of rock since the beginning of rock.
Yes.
You know,
yeah.
Like when he was in high school, he was in a band with Frank Zappa.
Really?
Yeah. What? Like he was part of like early rock and roll and like the, like, you know, like 60s.
Yeah.
Like in the early 60s when all those like kind of like frat party songs were like happening. He was in a frat party, like that was
dude
his thing. So like he's had all these years of like absorbing all the music that he likes, and not just like rock and roll, but like every genre, and just taking it all in, and it's like just so cool to like hear how he's distilled that, and to just hear his like choices musically, especially like growing up listening to him play music, and then also like having my own songwriting sensibility. To hear the choices that he makes is just like, oh man, it's just so cool. He's like such an embodiment of music.
It's incredible. Who's putting the record out?
He is.
What do you mean?
Yeah.
His own label or something?
Just his own label, and like just
No way, man.
Yeah.
So this is his first record, and
in like I guess 18 years.
Dude.
Yeah.
That's so cool, man. That's so exciting. And so you're gonna drop a single and a video and stuff and all that?
So yeah, there's a new single coming out pretty soon.
That's crazy.
And a video, and then the album will be out next month.
Did you direct the video?
I did.
Dude, that's so cool, man. It's so good to make something with your dad, man.
Yeah.
How old's your dad now? You said?
He's 83.
Bro, that's incredible, man. Hilly Williams just did something with her grandfather where she took his old music and remixed it, maybe replayed on it. Her and Daniel James and put out last year. It was her grandfather's first release in a lot of years too. It was really beautiful, man.
That's cool.
It's really cool, man. Do something with like your family is awesome, man.
Yeah.
Wow. Is your sister on it at all now?
No. Like we talked about trying to pull more of a more family members into it, but it's just like, no, we just got to get it done.
Are you playing obviously the clarinet, saxophone, guitar, drums, bass, and piano all like before high school?
Or in high school,
Or in high school, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't really play drums in a band until high school.
But you take lessons for any of these things? Obviously, you did in school with the clarinet and whatever that.
I took clarinet lessons, and I mean, in as much as like being in the school band is a lesson, it is, but it's not like one-on-one. So yeah, basically self-taught. I think something about playing a lot of different instruments though sort of like accelerates your understanding of like music and chords and the relationship of notes, and it all sort of builds each other up. Rhythms, like you can't play drums if you don't understand rhythm.
True.
And when you are a bass player who also plays drums, you have a different point of view on that. I don't know, like
yeah, for sure.
It all sort of helps each other.
Yeah. You can read music, obviously.
Yeah.
Did you read music at an early age? Learn how to read it?
I mean, however old I was in 4th grade.
You started learning how to read music then?
Yeah.
Wow, dude. It's amazing, dude. So how long does the blowhole last?
Oh, only a few years before things kind of fell apart, or just, my sister went off to college, and
yeah.
And
you graduated high school, obviously, and like, what, are you working a job at yet?
I graduated high school and decided to not go to any of the colleges that I was accepted to.
So punk.
To my parents' dismay.
We accepted to a bunch?
Yeah, I mean every one that I applied to.
Wow.
I was actually gonna go to UC Santa Cruz. Like they had paid like the deposit on like the dorm or whatever, and I know.
Crazy.
And then I second guessed it. I'm like, you know what? Where I had wanted to be in that school was close to like the music program and like the rehearsal rooms.
Yeah.
And where they had put me was like the farthest place on campus from that. And it just made me, the vibe was weird. And I don't know, I was like kind of dragging my feet. I'm like, there's still things that I need to do in Grass Valley. I can't leave yet. I'm not done.
Yeah.
Especially imagine this too, like helping to build and being part of this like punk rock community in this town that was just building and building and building, and then to just jump off of it just felt weird to me.
Yeah, I feel like you abandon it or leave it. Yeah.
So my parents were pretty cool about the whole thing. They just didn't want me to just like kind of fall off and not do anything. So they're like, okay, well, you have to get a job. You got to take community college classes here.
Yeah.
And we need you to make a list of like things, like goals, like to accomplish. Like, what are you trying to do?
It's amazing, dude.
Like, while, in this time that you're not going
and living at home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so, so I got a job at the movie theater, local movie theater,
Nice.
which was like, a lot of my friends worked in the theaters, and it was like, love movies. And so it was like such a cool thing.
Yeah.
And then I started taking classes at the community college, but like the most like throwaway classes, like art classes and stuff, like nothing with any sort of like academic focus.
Yeah.
And then I made a list of things. And the only one that I like really remember was I needed to start a brand new band with my friend Matt.
Okay.
Now Matt had been the singer of the Circus Tents.
Okay.
Like just an amazing like punk band from that era. And they had broken up, and I knew that he wasn't doing anything. He worked at the theater, and so I got together with him a couple times, and we were kind of playing some stuff. I was playing drums, he's playing guitar. It was like kind of coming together, but like it wasn't sounding that great. And like, I don't know, who else is going to be in this band?
Yeah.
Then I heard a rumor, a local rumor that my friend Mark was in a band with Matt. And I was like, what? Betrayal? What is this? I asked Matt about it. He's like, I don't know anything about that.
Yeah.
And so then I confronted Mark about it. He's like, well, I don't know anything about that either, but like, if you guys are jamming, I'd love to join you. And so he joined us, and we were like, started writing songs that like would become The Force.
The Force.
But
it's a great name, man.
But we couldn't find a bass player.
Okay.
Couldn't find a bass player. You'd think. Until we found somebody who could be the drummer. And I was like, okay, you know what? I'll play bass. We'll get this guy to play drums. I'll play bass. And then that was it. We took off, like started playing shows, really got things rolling.
Dropped an EP in 1996.
Dropped an EP. And then Matt, who was friends with AFI.
Okay.
He put out one of their first 7 inches.
Gotcha.
And also he did a lot of like promoting of local shows. He started going on tour with AFI as their merch guy.
Okay.
Which really made it tough for The Force, because we'd just be waiting for him to come back from tour. But on the plus side, we play a lot of shows together.
It's awesome.
So, which helped The Force a lot, and it also really like pulled me more into the greater Northern California like punk community. And
yep. Was AFI big at that time, or they were starting to come up? And
they were the biggest that you could be at like that level.
Okay.
Like the shows that they would play at Gilman were like the biggest.
Okay.
And I remember just thinking like, this is crazy that we get to play a show with AFI. Like AFI is so huge.
Yeah.
And it wasn't too much longer after that then the bass player of AFI quit. And I got a call from Matt, like, hey, like we're on tour in Florida. Like, someone needs to talk to you. He puts Dave on the phone. Dave's like, yeah, Jeff just quit the band, but recommended several people that could maybe replace him, and you're the top of the list. Like, are you available next month? Can you learn 18 songs in a month?
Dude.
And I was like, oh shit, this is like the first semester now that I'd actually like was taking real classes, and I was doing really well, and I was loving it. I was doing well at my job.
Yeah.
But then possible career opportunities in music, like,
dude.
So I just cast everything aside and learned 18 songs.
Dude, so no hesitation when saying yes.
I mean, I made a list of like pros and cons.
Okay, I love that.
But it was just like the pros were all like, open-ended opportunities, and the cons were all kind of like, I don't know, more conservative things, and it was just like it's always going to go in favor of the pros. Totally.
And your parents were supportive?
Super supportive. I mean, my dad went on like one tour when he was, like in, I don't know, I guess my age or my age at that time.
Yeah.
And I think it maybe ended up breaking up the band he was in at the time, but he had fun, and he was just, I don't know, like. For
sure. He heard AFI before, probably?
Oh, yeah. I mean, that was, he he always would listen to the stuff that I would play. Like,
Yeah.
whether it was like, I mean, I remember him having like doing a comparison between like Green Day and Op Ivy, being like, because we would listen to both on the way to like Boy Scout meetings, you know.
That's amazing.
And he'd be like, I like Green Day. It's like these, you know, this, you know, it's kind of, you can hear like kind of a Beatles-esque like songwriting and like harmonies and stuff. He's like, Op Ivy, like, I don't quite get it as much.
Wow, man.
Yeah.
He really listened to it too. He really
yeah.
like analyzed it.
Oh, for sure.
And that's why you get it too, for sure. Like, it's
Yeah.
crazy. So you learned 18 songs. The tour starts in what, 2 weeks or something?
Yeah, it was really fast, and
They have to tell the Force you're doing that too.
And well, they knew. I mean,
Okay.
18 songs that were all like pretty similar tempos.
Yeah.
And some of them were in the same keys.
Mm-hmm.
So some of the parts could have been interchangeable. Like it was kind of crazy to learn 18 songs that are all so similar.
Yeah.
You
What
know?
records were out at that point? Was it EPs or 7 inches?
It was the first 2 records were out.
Okay.
You know.
Wow.
But even the second record contains a number of songs re-recorded from the first record. So
Okay.
You know.
So how fast did you learn them?
I mean, as fast as I could.
Do you immediately get off the phone like, oh my God, and just start like trying to figure it out?
I'm like trying to figure it out. Like, you know, you start with one or a couple that kind of stand out to you, and then those are the ones that you get. And then, you know, I had to learn how to learn my own method of like charting out songs that I still kind of use to this day. Like, whenever I have to learn somebody's material.
Yeah.
And then it's, you know, like you can do only so much academically, but really it's like listen to the song like until you've got to a point of internalizing it where you're not even thinking about it. So that in the moment when you're playing the song, your instincts are correct.
Yeah. So you charted them all. My son been playing with other musicians now. He started doing all the charting stuff, doing all these notes. And what are you doing? It's called charting, like really breaking down everything on it. It's interesting, man. And that's like the best way to learn songs, I guess.
Yeah.
All right. So then the tour starts, and then it kind of, you're not really an official member. You're just kind of filling in.
I'm just a temporary. Yeah. So
you had no expectations.
This tour was like, okay, so we'd played a lot of shows with AFI, but we're like, you know, playing at the Trocadero in San Francisco, or, you know, like Gilman Street or whatever. And this tour is with The Offspring at L7. So these are bigger venues than I've ever played ever in my life.
It's huge, man. Would this be like 99? Yeah, this is like...
No, this is
Black
like
Sails?
97.
Okay, shut your mouth and open your eyes. Okay,
yeah.
okay.
So the whole tour started with like one practice show in Grass Valley in front of all my friends and family.
Oh, yeah.
The most nervous I've ever been.
Sure, dude.
But it was such a fun show. Like all the other bands that played were like friends in bands, and
Offspring's massive too at that point. Damn.
Well, this is before the Offspring shows.
Oh,
right?
Sure, okay.
Yeah, this is just like our own little show.
Oh, geez, okay.
And then going straight from that with all these friends and family to the first show on the Offspring tour, which was like outdoors in San Diego on like a big, you know, outdoor stage.
Yeah.
For like, you know, 5,000 people or 6,000 people or something, like more people than I've ever played for.
Sure, man.
And I quickly learned that despite there being 5,000 people there or whatever, they're not there to see us. and you can kind of do whatever, and they're not going to, it doesn't matter.
There for sure, though.
There's some fans, but but this sort of started a whole thing of like, okay, we've got to win these people over.
Yes.
And so at that time, I mean, still like we would do a thing where, you know, where like we're running around the stage, like switching microphones.
Yep.
And not a lot of people did that at that time.
They didn't.
And so it was like everything we could do physically and musically to try to win these people over. And that became a whole challenge on the whole tour. Like, and even, you know, years beyond that, anytime we play any support shows, I feel like, you know, even if we have thousands of fans in the audience, I feel like we need to win over the other people.
For sure, man. I like that, though. I like that challenge, too.
Yeah.
And how long was that first tour with them?
It was like a little over a month, I think.
Okay.
Yeah. And it was crazy because like we were in a van and they were in buses.
Yep.
And we're trying to follow them, and of course the van breaks down.
Yeah, those tours are like, for the listeners, a lot of those tours are booked for a bus, not a van, like the overnight drives, all that stuff. It's brutal, dude.
Yeah, we broke down in Grand Island, Nebraska on a Sunday.
Oof.
And like, what do you even do? Like, it's I'm thinking about it, like, you know, we had to find a payphone to call.
For sure.
To call their tour manager to let them know that, like, we're running into problems and we maybe won't make the show, but we don't know. We're trying.
Yeah. I remember those days.
And then go to the small airport and see if we can like rent something. We rented a minivan.
Did you make it?
And we were like, couldn't even get all the gear. We had to borrow some gear.
Oh,
we made it to the next, like we were on our way to like, I don't know if we were on our way to Chicago. I think we were, where we were able to borrow a van from 88 Fingers Louie.
Oh, shout out to them, man. That's
who
awesome,
had just
dude.
broken up at that point, but just got a new van.
Okay, perfect. Thanks, guys.
Yeah.
And you try to be professional too. You're on this big tour. So, you guys were main support on that one?
L7 was main
L7,
support.
that's right.
Yeah. Which, oh man, they were so cool to us. They were like our moms.
Dude, love L7, man. I just saw them play recently. They had an anniversary show. It was incredible, man.
Oh man,
it's a great
that's
documentary too. Yeah. They're awesome. All right, so and so on that tour, you still just kind of like a feeling like you don't know what's going to happen after that tour.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just like, this is
You're
just
not officially in the
it's
band.
such a whirlwind of playing these huge shows and just, I don't know, I'm just having the time of my life and meeting tons of people.
Sure, dude.
Like many of whom, like that's the first time that I met like Joe Principe, you know, like
yeah. They loaned you the vans.
Yeah, like, you know, just, I don't know. It was just such a cool time. And then, of course, I come home from that tour. There's no guarantee that I'm doing anything at all beyond that point. And so I'm just like, okay, back to my movie theater job.
So they kept your job for you. Okay, that's cool. You can go back to that.
Yeah.
But no college. Now you're just back working.
Yeah, now it's like summer and I'm working. Titanic comes out. It's big for the theater, you know.
Damn, you worked in the theater during that?
Yeah.
Wow, bro.
Yeah.
Must have been sold out the whole time.
It was crazy.
Holy shit, dude. I forgot about that movie. Wow.
And then I got a call like from AFI like, hey,
another tour.
We're working on a new album.
Oh, dude.
And you know, we were wondering if you could be like the studio bassist. And I was like, yeah, studio bassist, of course.
So that means playing the record?
Playing the record. And which was like, you know, I think it ended up being like 2 weeks of rehearsal or a week of rehearsal and then a few days of tracking, and then I left.
Dude, so this is Black Sails then, right?
This is this is Shut Your Mouth and Open Your Eyes.
Oh fuck, I thought it was already out. Okay, wow.
And so this is when they offered to pay me $500 to do that, and I was like, that's cool. 500. Wait, hold on. Wait. I need to negotiate. I got to put on my negotiating hat. And I'm like, no, I want $666.
That's right, said that. And they were stoked on that.
And so you know, I got
great.
the check from the record label Nitro Records, check for $666.
Wish you still had that, dude.
I know.
You cashed it quick?
I did. It was like more money than I'd ever seen in my life.
And you couldn't take a picture of your phone back then either, like just to save it. Oh wow, that's cool. 666.
So
that's amazing, man.
Yeah, so that was fun. You know, learned the songs quickly, and it was a much like darker, weirder album than the first two, and it was kind of cool. And I wrote a bunch of like parts that I thought were really cool, and recorded them, and then I left, so I wasn't there for the mix. And then I kind of got like Jason Newstedted.
What does that mean?
In the mix, like.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Like the bass is in the mix. I mean, I don't know who was responsible for this, but wasn't Adam or Dave. But the fundamental bass tones were scooped out of the bass in the final mix. And it ends up being a kind of a cool sound, sort of like if you're into And Justice for All, it's the same thing there. There's no bass on that album.
Interesting, yeah. Were you bummed at the time?
I was, when I heard it after that, it's like mixed and mastered, and now I'm listening to it on a cassette, and I was just like gutted, just devastated. And it's like stuck with me to this day. And I'm going to put this out on the record now. I've been working to try to get a Hunter's Mix.
No way.
Version of the album.
What does that mean? You're going to mix it?
Like,
remix
no,
it?
like going back into the original tracks and putting the bass back where it should be.
So it's been with you the whole life since
yeah.
then? Holy shit.
So I wasn't in the band then. So, you know, but now I'm in the band, and so working on that. So hopefully that'll come,
Can you actually
come
do
to
that
light.
with the stems, or how are you going to even do that? I don't know.
Yeah, there's...
wow.
We have all the original files still. So, yeah.
So this is one thing out of all the music it's been eating at you, thinking about it.
Yeah, just, you know, at the time,
and nobody took the blame for it, with mixers or masterers, never talked to anybody about it?
I mean, you know, it's easy to place the blame on the guitarist who like we then kicked out of the band after that.
Okay.
But, you know, it's...
Gotcha.
I don't want him to feel like I personally hold anything against him. Like, it was a thing in the moment, and I wasn't in the band. So,
yeah,
you know.
It's true. You're just rocking on there.
Yeah.
You just like a higher gun for that record. Interesting, dude. That's crazy. You think about it. That's crazy, man.
Yeah.
So then that comes out, and then they ask you to go on tour for that?
Asked me to go on tour for that, and then also The Force. Asked to bring The Force on tour.
The Force opening up.
So I got to play 2 sets back to back every night.
So cool, dude.
Which
I'm sure they were stoked on that too, because you know what I mean. You're in that band, and both,
It was such a crazy workout every single night. Like,
I'm sure, man.
Just sweating all the way through a shirt, and then like getting ready to play the second set.
Did The Force have a following at that point? Good following?
Like, pretty good. Like, I mean, nothing compared to like what AFI was, but you know, like, but like, you know, a lot of like respect from people and from bands and stuff.
Mm-hmm. How long did you stay in both bands? How long did The Force last with you going even more with AFI? Yeah,
I mean, after I was officially in AFI, it was tougher. I kind of gave The Force my blessing to like play shows with someone else if they needed to.
98, I think,
And so they did that for a while, and then whenever I'd be home, we would play shows
together. And
then I think it was only like later in 98 that we just decided to like ring it up.
Yeah.
Matt was moving to LA, and everybody was kind of doing their own thing. And so it was kind of like, you know, we didn't want to like end it in a weird way.
For sure.
So we had a show at like in Santa Cruz at the basement of the Vets Hall. And we were like, you know what? This will be our last show.
That's cool. So everybody was cool about just like, yeah.
And then, so to kind of put the little tag on The Force story, 10 years after that, we decided to do a reunion show, or like a couple shows, and we get together, and it was just so cool being with those guys and playing again. And Chad, the drummer who passed away,
rest in peace, man.
He hadn't played drums in a while, and it was like so cool to like over the course of like a week of rehearsals, watch him like really get back into it and get into shape and really get his whole thing back.
Dude, yeah.
And I mean, we somewhere I have video footage of our first rehearsal.
Sick.
But I just remember being so rough. So rough.
It was like 2008 probably.
Yeah.
Wow.
And it's like that style of music was so fast and technical. If you're not playing it at the top of your ability, it's
just to dive back into it super hard.
Yeah. So but yeah, so it was so much fun to reconnect with those guys. And then after Chad passed, we did another reunion show with our friend John Sortland playing drums. And same thing, like I love those guys so much, just like playing with them and reconnecting. It's just, means the world to me.
What was the last time you guys played together? Was that like 2000 what?
Well, the last time we played together was actually like 2 years ago, maybe.
Oh, okay.
Just for fun.
Nice, man.
We got back together. I mean, this is with John Sortland, who he's in the Shins.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Plays in Cigar, and he was the drummer of the Circus Tents,
okay.
Matt's band before The Force,
Gotcha.
and so he's in the same scene, but not just that. Like he and Chad were like really close, and like their playing styles are very similar, and so it's like he's part of the family.
That's amazing, man.
So John and Mark and Matt and I got together like 2 years ago maybe, and just played through the songs. It's just so much fun.
Awesome.
And just like not a show, just for us, just to hear the songs and to play them and
nice, man. That's
just
awesome,
be together.
man.
It's just so cool.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Is there an official moment where you are made the member? Like when you become the member of the band of AFI? Like, did they say, "Hey, man, we want you"? Like, "Hey, you're official"? Or
yeah, that was so that was after that tour. Before I had already signed on to go to Japan.
Nice.
So it was between the U.S. tour and the Japan tour. So I got to go to Japan for my first time.
Amazing for the first time, dude. Amazing all the times, but it's just, I love that place.
It's so crazy. I mean, so this is like 97.
Yeah.
December of 97. Japan.
Bro.
So different.
So different.
So different from anything I've ever experienced.
Yes, man.
I mean, I hadn't been to Europe or anything yet, but like, you know, at this point in my life, I'd been to like Canada and Mexico.
Yeah.
And Japan was like, I mean, I remember like walking around Tokyo thinking like, this is the future. I'm in the future.
Yeah, totally. People are so nice. I think we went 97 as well. It's like no graffiti on the subways. People's bikes aren't even locked. People bowing to you before they stage dive. They're quiet in between the songs. So respectful.
Yeah.
People wearing masks out of respect for other people if they're sick.
Yeah. Just, I don't know. Still one of my favorite places to go. And we don't go as often as we did.
How many times you been there now, you think?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe like 6 times in total.
Same.
Not enough.
7,
like
yeah.
I want to go back now.
Me too. It's been like 10 years. Like every time you go there, it's still magical.
Yeah.
It's more Americanized now. And there's more vegan stuff, which is really cool. My brother was just here with the Offspring. He sent me pictures of all these vegan options, which it took a long time for them to catch up a little bit because everything has fish in it for the listeners. You would just be eating like rice or edamame or whatever. But yeah, man, I love Japan, dude.
Yeah.
Just don't go there in August. It's like so freaking hot. It's brutal, dude. You melt.
I think I've been there in August.
It's gnarly. All right, so they say after the tour, like, want you to be in the band?
Yeah. Yeah.
Jump you in or anything or no?
Yeah, no, they asked me to be in the band. It was a little bit of a weird thing. I had to make a list of pros and cons again.
I love these lists.
know?
I feel like these are the lists that your parents instilled in you.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
And, it was...
Set your goals, yeah.
Once again, it's like, it's hard to pass up an opportunity like that,
Dude.
So...
Plus, you're already playing with them. You already have like a friendship building and all this stuff. And,
yeah.
And so, you make it official and then that's it.
Yeah.
Wow, dude. And then you're on tour again, like after that, right? Because then...
Yeah, the touring back in that time, like we would just tour all the time.
You would, dude.
And it's...
Good Riddance, Ensign, all those bands, a lot. You guys always touring together.
Just going everywhere. Like, it's weird now. I think like, oh, we'll take like a few months between tours or whatever. This was like, we do a month of stuff like in like just across the south of the U.S. and then go to like Europe for a month and like, it's just like nonstop moving
this is like
and going.
Before like wives and mortgage and family and it was just music.
Yeah.
I was married to the road and just playing. You know what I'm saying? It was different times.
It would be like we would be gone so much that when I would be home, I wouldn't know what to do.
It is weird.
I'd be like, I don't have things here. Like, put me back on the road.
Yeah, transitioning into reality.
Yeah.
Like coming off, being on tour is such fantasy. You just have to show up to rock and that's it. And that's it. And then coming home, it's just...
Also at that time, so like, in early 98, I accidentally moved to Berkeley.
What do you mean accidentally?
Like we were working on a record.
Yep.
And so Dave let me stay in his room in this house. Like all the guys had a room in this one house. And he was like, staying at his girlfriend's house. So it's like, okay, I'll stay in his room.
Yeah. So
while I'm there staying in his room, the landlord came over, knocked on the door, and I was like, what's up? And he's like, hey, a new room just opened up upstairs if you wanted to rent it. And it was, $390 a month.
Oh
and so I was like,
dude.
yeah, okay, cool.
Where were you living at that point?
I was with my parents still.
Wow,
and so
shit.
I called my parents like, hey, so I guess I moved out.
How old are you then?
Let's see, I'm 21.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah,
Damn.
and so, but then living in this room in Berkeley with like one friend outside of the band, Dan Kelly, shout out.
So Dan Kelly.
I would go on tour and then come home and be like, I don't know.
Get back into
I just have
normal life.
nothing. I'd like nothing. Didn't know what to do.
Yeah.
So I like borrowed. I borrowed my dad's like reel-to-reel like tape recorder, like quarter-inch tape recorder, like, and that's where I did like the Hunter Revenge stuff,
shit,
like just like with keyboard and a guitar sitting on the floor, drum machine, just like, I don't know, something to do to fill the time between tours.
That's where this game is, like 2001-ish.
Yeah.
Hunter's Revenge comes. Very Princey.
Yeah.
You love Prince, obviously.
A huge Prince fan.
And you saw him back in the day?
Saw him a few times, yeah.
Like what albums or years? You remember?
So I didn't see him until there were so many chances for me to see bands that I just didn't do.
Yeah.
And like looking back, I'm like, fuck, I wish I'd, So I know the first time I saw him wasn't until like, I want to say 2002 maybe.
Okay.
Sometime around.
That's right around Hunter's Revenge too.
Yeah. Yeah. And
was it with the all-girl band?
It was. I wish I remember the exact date.
I don't.
Yeah, but it was. I saw him at the Oakland Arena.
Okay, sick. Wow.
And then from that point forward, any opportunity to see him play.
You see him at the Forum and he did a bunch of nights?
I saw him 4 times at the Forum.
Oh, you motherfucker. What years was that? I missed that, man.
That was like, I'm bad with dates.
It's okay.
2010?
Holy
maybe?
shit,
I have no
dude.
idea.
You saw 4 nights there,
yeah,
dude.
Because why not?
I know, man.
Every night was so different.
I heard that.
It was different songs, different guests, different length. Like he would play a full set, maybe do an encore, and then like house lights would come up, house music. Everybody would be leaving. 5 minutes later, he'd come back out and play again.
Bro, he's
play 2 more sets. Like it's just
incredible.
It just whatever he wanted to do, he would do.
He did, true. I saw him once with an all-girl band, then I got to see him on Jimmy Kimmel be on the side stage as he walked past me and my wife. It was very surreal to see him perform. Like, dude.
I got to see him at the Roxy.
What? What was he doing there?
He was just, so at this point, a number of like AFI crew members had either formerly been Prince crew members or currently were his crew members.
What?
And so I would get like the inside scoop, like, hey, you just need to like kind of linger around Hollywood now. And like, if I get the call, like you can, I'll get you in there. And
no way.
Nothing announced. And he would just, he like I said, he did whatever he wanted to do. So he, on a whim, he would just like go to a venue or call up a venue and just say like, I want this venue tonight.
What a G, dude.
And like, I want this venue, but you need to like build the like an extra 2 feet on the end of the stage. Something. Or like some shit.
Paint it purple in 5 minutes, whatever. Yeah.
So I got to see him play at the Roxy, and it was just like,
that must have been, that's so small.
Like I was like, right up there in the front, not
what?
very front, but like, right.
Was it emotional?
It was so like, yeah. I mean, it was just surreal.
And he's playing like Purple Rain and stuff like that, and like Little Red Corvette, or
no, it was like all other stuff.
Other shit. It doesn't matter. Yeah, it doesn't matter. He's ripping.
He's just shredding.
One of the most incredible musicians of all time, dude. Damn, that's so cool. We got to see that many, many times. When he passed, I actually cried. Like I didn't know him. Obviously, I have a couple of Prince tattoos, but when I don't know, he's growing up on Purple Rain, all the records, and just when he passed, I thought like you think of these people as being invincible, dude. It just was very surreal, man.
Oh man,
it was in his 50s.
The morning that I like woke up to all these texts from my friends and stuff, I'm like, this can't be real.
Yeah, bro.
This can't be real. And I spent half that day in shock, and then went out and got a second Prince tattoo.
Nice, I got 2 from 2 this morning. You been to Paisley Park before?
No. Oh man,
I'm trying to go this year. It's on my bucket list for this year. I really want to go, man.
Yeah.
I want to sit on that motorcycle. I heard it's amazing there, dude.
Yeah, every time. So like I said, we had crew members in common, and one of our guys was like, we need to get you there. We need to make it work. And it just never has worked out. And it's, now it's like, well, shit, I guess we're playing in Minnesota soon.
This year?
Yeah.
Dude, you got to go, man.
It's at the end of this tour that I'm starting.
Bro, you try to stay for like one day just to go.
So, yeah, okay. All right.
Somebody's got to go that we know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Crazy stories about him like being like a really great basketball player. Like that show. Dave Chappelle is not fake. Also like not a tough guy, but not a pussy. Like he'd fucking stand up for his shit. And also people telling me they would see him riding his bike around Minneapolis, going to local record stores by himself. And then Tony Kanal told me when No Doubt went to Paisley Park and they sat him down to eat some food. They asked him everybody wanted. He said a burger. He said no animals in here, only veggie burgers, because he was vegan, whatever. That was, He said that kind of clicked in Kanal's head back in the day about vegetarianism and stuff for the first time.
Oh wow, for the first time.
Yeah, back then. Yeah,
that's cool.
But it didn't click to him later. But just being with Prince and saying, "No, I don't serve that here."
Yeah.
Fuck, dude. Shout out to Prince, dude. Oh my God, bro. What a legend, man. So when Hunter's Revenge comes out, are people tripping on that because it's so different?
Yeah, I mean, like it's I didn't create it to be like funny.
No,
but a lot of people thought like,
passion.
oh, that's hilarious. Like, but it's
that's
just
fucked up. This is what you like.
But it's just because people didn't get
because it wasn't punk or AFI.
People were like, yeah, like why is that? What? Why? So I continued to I put together a little group to play.
It's awesome
shows.
I wish I saw that, man. Damn.
And that was fun. But it was like, it would always cost more money to like put together a band and rehearse than I would ever make from the show. So
were people coming like AFI fans coming to check it out?
Yeah, for sure.
That's cool, man. And that's after Art of Drowning too. And the days that all those records are out. Wow, man. Yeah. So get back to that for Art of Drowning. I feel like Black Sails and Sunset is a big record for you guys. Obviously, it takes it to like a different style, sound, I think, and then Art of Drowning, then The Days of Phoenix, incredible song that comes out. Those are pretty big records, right? At that time?
Yeah.
For independent, especially back then too.
Yeah, I mean, like we
like shit changes as far as like level of venues and
our shows were blowing up.
You felt it, yeah.
Our shows were getting bigger than the like number of records we were selling.
For sure.
And I felt like
which is great because more fans are coming in real life to see you.
But it felt like something was off. Like I would be on tour and I would go to record store and I would see like all our friends' bands. I see your guys' record and our record wouldn't be in there.
Jay talked about this actually, yeah.
And it was just like
frustrating.
Like what's wrong? Like I mean, the label. We didn't have.
Plus, you were on tour with the label at one point too, with the band.
Yeah.
That is frustrating, especially when you're putting all the work in, man. Like, and the sound skins every week, and just trying to like all that shit. You know? So okay.
Yeah.
So that was a little frustrating.
That was real tough.
But you were selling the CDs at the shows. You were giving you something to sell.
So we'd sell CDs at the show, and then I got to a point where because our shows were so big, the demand for CDs because they weren't in stores was so great, and we were selling them for like $5 each. Yeah. That our SoundScan numbers started to go up pretty high.
Awesome.
And that's when, other labels were like,
the vultures start coming.
Yeah, what's this band all about? Who are they?
Interesting. So they came out, they started coming. You guys kind of weren't happy with it anyway because of the records not being available and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It was frustrations.
It was frustrating, and we felt like, we needed to be with someone who could, do a better job of getting our records out there and really promoting us.
Yeah, so there's a couple years between Art of Drowning and Sing the Sorrow. You're playing drums for the Frisk. You got Hunter's Revenge out, right?
Yeah. Staying busy. Playing drums with the Frisk, that was so much fun.
Yeah, when was the last time you played drums in a band?
So,
it's been a while. It had been a while for you.
Okay, so let's go through this real quick. So in 92, 93, sometime around there, I taught myself to play drums while playing for a band called Inner Frog.
Okay.
And
Inner Frog.
This was like some friends were like, "Hey, we're starting a band, but we need a drummer." And I was like, "Oh, I'll play drums." They're like, "Do you know how to play drums?" I was like, "Yeah, sure." And just taught myself to do it.
That's amazing.
In the moment.
Never really played drums growing up with all the other instruments?
No, because they weren't really around.
Yeah.
So yeah, found like a donated drum kit and pasted together some cymbals and things, and made a stand out of a stick, and like
wow, dude,
and got it so that I could play drums with this band.
Mm-hmm. How'd it go?
It was good. Like we recorded a cassette and played for a number of years, but the music was very like weird and eclectic, and everybody's influences were coming in a way that was like cool, but like maybe not that great.
Yeah.
It's hard to know.
Do you have recordings of that still?
We have a recording somewhere. I haven't listened to it in a long time. I'd like to just remember how much fun we had and how cool it was playing with everyone.
And how good are you on the drums, you think?
I am like okay. I'm trying to be like
I'm saying back then, how were you?
Yeah, I'm trying to be Stuart Copeland, and
in your mind,
and I'm coming in about maybe like 45%.
Okay,
you know.
But it worked.
It worked. I mean, also the bass player of the band, who also just passed away.
Damn, I'm sorry.
Gopal. He was a fan of a lot of like music that was like weird time signatures and weird dark kind of thing, like a lot of droney stuff. So I found myself sitting behind the drums counting a lot because I knew that like this bar only has like, this bar's or this section has 15 in it, and this next, like So I had to that taught me counting.
Gotcha.
And so then when asked to be in a band called Batical Turbo Radness, I jumped at the opportunity. Also that these guys, all friends of mine had, they kind of had a band that was sort of jokey and fun, but they'd never had a drummer, but they were asked to play an event with another band that was like their sort of joking rival band.
Oh, shoot.
And so they thought, if we get a drummer, it'll give us the edge.
Yeah. We're one up on them. Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, I'll play drums with you guys. And that just grew and grew. And then we recorded a CD. And then also that band I reconnected with recently, and we recorded a Christmas song just this last year. Yeah.
What? They're still around or no?
Yeah. I mean, the band isn't
okay.
as much as as much as I say we're around, I guess.
Was it an original Christmas song or a cover song?
It was a brand new Christmas song.
Oh, no way. You wrote it?
Called, I didn't write it, but I helped arrange it and record it.
Nice.
It's called I Guess It's Christmas by Batical Turbo Radness.
Nice. And that's out people can hear that now?
And it's out on all the streaming. Yeah.
Wow, dude. And then fast forward to the Frisk.
So then now I'm living in the Bay Area.
Yeah.
And one of my favorite bands, like a sort of Lookout Records, post Lookout Records band is the Criminals.
Okay.
And the singer was Jesse, who was from Blatz, who I loved.
No Blatz, yeah.
And the Criminals had gone through a number of different lineups, and things were a little weird, and I would always hit them up and like, hey, what's up? Are you guys playing shows or whatever? And like, they're like, our drummer just left or something. And I was like, hey, I will play drums for you guys if you want me to. He's like, well, why don't we just start a new band? Like, the same people, but just make it a new band. Because I think, after having several drummers, he was just like, I'm tired of like doing that whole thing.
Yeah.
So we started the Frisk.
Okay. And you guys put some records out too?
Put a couple of records out on Adeline Records.
Nice.
Yeah.
And that was in 2001 to like 2003, I guess, right?
Yeah. And and that was great. And then we, I think around 2005, I was just so busy with AFI.
Yeah.
Everything was going on there. We decided to sort of wrap it up, and we were able to get both of the bass players that we'd had over the years to come back for two two final shows.
Nice.
One of whom has passed since then, Mike Sex, R.I.P.
Wow. Rest in peace, man.
I know.
Lost a lot of friends, man.
A lot of friends, yeah.
Wow, dude. Leaving Nitro and going to the major, was that easy transition as far as whatever getting off? Because and then
it was a little weird.
And then going to a major, this was the time of message boards and all that crap.
Yeah.
Were people giving you guys shit at that point or no? Because I feel like AFI was never a band that people cared about what label you're on. It wasn't like how the super hardcore scene is so like sell out and you can't do this and that. Did you guys catch shit at all?
No, I mean not to the degree that other bands did. I think.
Yeah.
I think that we had already sort of evolved our sound from album to album.
Totally.
And that was going to be our course no matter what. And so I think the way that we tried to frame everything was like, hey, here we're putting out the same record that we'd already written before any of this.
Okay.
But we're putting it out on a much bigger stage than we had access to previously.
Absolutely, yeah, man.
And the label that we ended up signing with was DreamWorks, which despite being run by former presidents of all these huge labels, was technically an independent label.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it was just like funded by like the three DreamWorks dudes.
Okay.
It was all David Geffen.
Yeah.
So
what other bands were on there at that point with you guys? Do you remember?
So let's see, Nelly Furtado.
Oh shit.
Alien Ant Farm.
Whoa.
Gosh, who else?
Those are pretty big ones.
Yeah, I mean, it was cool. They were not afraid to spend money on art.
Of course.
And
of course not, yeah.
and it was just such a cool little period of time. And it was only like from the moment we signed with them, it was only like maybe about a year and a half until they were then sold to Universal.
Okay.
And then we sort of got rolled into Interscope.
That's right. With Jimmy Iovine and stuff.
So during that period of time, it was just like, man, just the coolest thing. Like, oh, you guys want to do a record? Pick out your favorite producers. We were like, well, here's our top two. They're like, hey, we're getting them both for you.
Crazy.
Jerry Finn and Butch Vig.
Crazy, dude.
Yeah.
Were you nervous doing that transition going into a major? Were you excited or nervous or?
I mean, it was exciting. Like I didn't, I didn't feel any sort of pressure. I think the whole dog and pony show, as they say, like where every label is like courting you.
You guys having dinners with a bunch of people.
Having dinner with like the presidents, and they're trying to outdo each other.
It's crazy, bro.
It just felt like, wow, this is crazy. But people kept telling us like, remember this time, because it's never going to be this crazy again. And so I did. I took it in and just thought, this is like, oh man, this is so cool. Like that like this president has like canceled a meeting with Michael Jackson in order to fly to Berkeley to meet with us.
Bro, what?
And this other, like not to, another guy, not to be outdone by another one, is like cooking dinner for us at home. Like, just all these things.
Went to Jimmy Iovine's house too, I think.
Went to Jimmy Iovine's house.
Dude. He's like a godfather or something, man.
Like,
was he cool? He's chill?
He's so cool. Like, not like all these people were super cool, but he's like a music guy,
bro.
Like he's not just like an executive or whatever. Like he like comes from music. He gets music.
Totally, dude. But it's like No Doubt, Eminem, 50 Cent, all that stuff on there. Like back then.
Yeah.
Huge artists he worked with, man. I don't know if it's Mariah Carey and just some massive like Christina Aguilera, all those people maybe. So meeting him, going to his house, he was that was a crazy. Did he cook for you guys? No.
He did.
Is Stella okay? Is she farting or anything? Or no?
Just got like a little piece of funk I thought I should remove.
Thank you, man. At least she didn't fart on you yet. So Sing the Star comes out. It's platinum. It's massive. Is that an overnight thing for that record? Was it instant with the singles coming out?
I mean, so Girls Not Grey was the lead single. A huge video.
Sure.
All that MTV play.
It was so important back then and so powerful, MTV, dude.
Also, like MTV2,
yes,
which was a huge force back then.
Yep.
It was, like just people watched that shit and like people were, I don't know, it was like a whole scene.
So Girls Not Great comes out first, and that kind of, you kind of get the feeling that it's going to be a big record.
Yeah.
The response to it and stuff.
And then when it actually debuts, it debuts at number 5 on Billboard charts.
Dude.
And the record goes immediately gold. Like immediately gold, so that like, our management rushes out and we get like the gold record plaque.
Oh my
thing.
God, dude.
And
first gold plaque. And then of course, like, within some pretty short period of time, it ends up going platinum. Yeah, sure. But, because Silver and Cold comes out, Leaving Song Part 2.
Yeah. So
you have a couple singles and videos. And does that kind of change pretty fast, like venues and everything for you, right?
Yeah, because I think, prior to that, I have to remember exactly. I think we were playing like, 2 nights at the Palace or something.
Yeah.
And then now we're doing like 2 nights at the Palladium.
Damn, dude.
Yeah.
And is that a surreal moment for you? You just don't even think about it because you're in that moment.
You're in that moment and everything is like moving upward. And so it just feels like, yes.
and is that, obviously you guys had been in the bus before that, so that doesn't really change, but like.
No, we'd only been in a bus in Europe, and that would be like a shared bus.
No way. Since your first kind of.
So our first bus was on Sing the Sorrow, like.
Wow.
And this is our first time on In-Ears.
Oh shit! Yeah, he changed everything up.
So change everything, and it felt like, to a degree, I mean, like, you know, now we have more crew with us. It felt like, okay, we're getting more professional now.
Production.
Like if, you know, prior to that, it felt like, yeah, we're making it work, kind of DIY, whatever. Now it feels like, okay, now we're a real band.
Damn, that's cool. You guys grinded for a long time in the van. That's amazing. Yeah. So yeah, going into your first bus for the listeners, it's a game changer. Your own bunk, sleeping, waking up in each city. Oh my god.
Yeah.
it's once you get that, you can't go back, kind of thing. But so yeah, and then financially, not to get in your business, but do you end up buying something, like first time making real money during this cycle, and buy yourself? You remember the first thing you bought, or something nice for yourself, or?
No, I didn't. I mean,
or you waited. You seem like a person smart with your money.
I mean, smart and stupid. I didn't. I was too busy to buy anything.
Okay.
You know, I think like when I got home from Japan.
Yeah.
On that back in 97.
Okay.
So that was my first like my first actual tour as a member of AFI.
Gotcha.
I took the money that I got from that and I went to the guitar store and bought an American Fender Stratocaster.
Nice.
And which I just looked at the other day.
You still have it. That's cool.
Still
awesome.
have it.
And that's awesome.
It's
dude.
like it's essentially brand new still.
Damn, dude. So that was a big thing you got for yourself. Yeah.
Yeah, and then but like, you know, at this point in time, I didn't have anything that I don't know. You know, who knows what I maybe bought like.
But you're like a materialistic person, or like you're not buying like jewelry and watches
and
fancy cars.
I didn't get to the point where I was like, oh wait, no, shit. Hold on, let me think about this now.
Uh-oh.
I think I had already started collecting gear at this point.
Okay, so gear, yeah.
Like when we went to, we were in Japan during 9/11.
Whoa.
We were sick of it all.
I think I remember this, dude.
Yeah, and I remember because of the time difference, like we had finished a show and walking back to the hotel, and I remember seeing like Armand on the phone, like with somebody in New York, like freaking out.
His wife or something, yeah.
And like, yeah, like a plane hit like the tower, and I was like, and I'm picturing like a tiny plane.
Yeah.
Like not anything like the scale of what happened.
Holy shit.
And, you know, and I went up to the hotel room and I turned on the news, and it would be like an American, like an English broadcast of the news that would go for about 5 seconds before then it would be overdubbed in Japanese.
Yeah.
So you'd have like almost a little bit of a moment to hear what the headline was, but then like just looking at the pictures and being like, this is crazy.
It was
like
so surreal, dude.
Like what has like, is the world ending? Like,
yeah.
Kind of freaking out about it. And so that was I think we played one more show and then we were supposed to fly home, but all the flights were delayed.
Yes.
So we were there for a couple extra days or even like a week, during which time,
it must have been so weird and stressful looking at there from the other side of the world. And
so like a bunch of us would go out to like a bar or a lounge or something and just sit around a table and just have like deep conversations, because we don't know, is the world ending? Like what's
coming back to? Yeah.
What's happening? And then in that time, I like, you know, this is like a weird time of communication. So like I found an internet cafe so I could email my mom or like chat with her on a chat thing. Just to find out like from her what was happening. And then while I was there, I was kind of like, well, I guess the world is ending. Like I should probably like buy some vintage synthesizers and drum machines on eBay.
What?
So I did.
So that was your thought at the time, yeah.
Yeah. And so
no way, dude.
And so I bought a bunch of like really crazy synths, some of which are worth a lot of money now.
So you still have them, obviously.
I still have them all, yeah.
Holy crap, that's crazy. That's what you thought about getting at the time.
Well, it was kind of like, first off, that's something that you can find on eBay.
Yeah.
And then also it was just like, I don't know, like, I don't know. I don't know.
You thought, yeah,
it was my coping mechanism.
So then you came home, they would deliver to your house. You have them now.
Yeah. And like in retrospect, some of those transactions were pretty sketchy. Like, like I needed to like send off a money order for like $1,500, which at the time, like $1,500 money order,
for sure,
crazy. But some of the stuff that I got, like,
it's crazy during that time too. Wow, man. So those are like kind of like crazy things you bought.
So that kind of sort of kicked off my sort of vintage gear thing.
Collection stuff. You have a big collection of it?
I have a huge collection. Yeah.
You have a whole room full of like just musical stuff?
I've got like 2 huge studio rooms full of gear.
Holy crap.
Yeah.
At your place?
Yeah.
That's amazing, man. I've seen the Sorrow, platinum, radio, video, bigger tours. So were you playing like couple palladiums now, you said, right? Like it's just like next level. And then it seems like a couple years you guys tour on that one, right? You go pretty hard for that one?
Yeah, we went, well, I mean, we would have gone even harder, but we had to stop. Dave had some vocal issues and needed surgery. Right. And so that's
no joke.
We had to cancel the first shows we'd ever canceled for that.
First time canceling shows, yeah.
Scary, like, to think about, you know?
Yeah,
like,
for sure. How long are you guys off from the surgery? Like, how long did you stay off tour?
I don't even...
a couple months, maybe?
Well, at that point, we just decided to like move to the next record.
Okay. Because
we'd already spent long enough touring on it that it was it was ready to get to the next thing. Plus then, you know, now technically we're on Interscope, so it's a different thing. They want, like, where's our, give us the new stuff.
So you feel pressure making December Underground because of the success of Sing the Sorrow, you think?
I don't, not pressure in like the way that you would think. Like, like I think we were probably put pressure on ourselves.
Totally.
More than anything.
But what's it to have? Like, we needed, you've never been a band like, we need another hit because this one's a hit. We need No. You're making records to make records.
But it was like, here are songs that we all love, and here are a couple that we sent off as singles and people really like them. And so it makes you, I don't know, it does sort of color the way that you might work on new material.
Yeah.
But I also think, we're still on this crazy trajectory. And so, we're thinking about I don't know, writing in different locations and doing different things. And it's just,
because you can too at that point, right?
Yeah.
You can do that.
Because part of signing to these big labels is you have this record budget, which essentially goes against your sales, and
it's insane budgets.
The cost of the studio and the producers is so astronomical that it's not real money.
It's not, dude.
And so if you can add on to that, hey, well, let's pay for ourselves to go to this studio to do demos, then you just do, because it's you don't think that that's money that you're ever going to have to see or
recoup.
It's just fake money.
Tour support, all that stuff, going in buses, everything on the label for the listeners to give you all this money, and you have to recoup it in record sales. Otherwise, it's just you never get royalties.
Yeah.
Damn. So, December Underground, that one comes out, and that is platinum pretty fast too, as well.
Yeah,
Miss Murder is the first single, I think.
So that record debuted at number 1 on the Billboard charts. There's nowhere to go from number 1,
dude. Crazy.
There's no number 0.
No, and 3 years after the last record, that's nuts, bro.
Yeah.
So that moment too, this is the biggest record?
Yeah.
Wow, dude. Love Like Winter's on there. So does that put you in another level? Now the venue's even bigger, right? Everything's bigger. Maybe two tour buses now?
We did a short run with 2 buses because we had a bunch of extra production because we're gearing up to film a couple shows.
Yep.
And so, so everything was much bigger, at least for that period of time.
How'd you feel at those moments? Do you feel stressed out? Do you feel like, what's happening in my world? You just the same Hunter?
No, it's everything still felt pretty much the same.
Yeah.
At least everything felt at least somewhat related to everything that had come before.
Totally.
Nothing felt out of control.
Yeah, it's just a gradual, for sure. It wasn't. I feel like everything's been organic for you guys too. Just every record you make. I love that you guys never try to make the same record over and over again. There's so many bands do that. You change it up. You push yourselves to be better musicians and singers, and it's just. I've always loved that from AFI. I think that's punk, to make what you want to make, and be creative because you want to do that. You know what I'm saying? Not trying to appeal to anybody.
Yeah. No, I mean, that's, we kind of follow our own hearts as far as music goes. And there have been times where we kind of wondered, I wonder if people are going to get what we're doing.
Yeah.
But we're not going to not do it.
Yeah, I love that. I feel like the fans have grown with you.
Yeah.
And are stoked to hear something new or see a new look. Did people start recognizing you back then when stuff was popping off like that?
People, when I had the blonde hair, which was all like pre and up to into the middle of Sing the Sorrow, people would like, I'd get like pulled aside in like a dark movie theater, you know, like, yeah, because it's that like Billy Idol thing, you know, it's not like, you know, it's not like your everyday haircut.
Totally.
And then as soon as I started shaving my head, it was like I was anonymous. It could have been anybody.
You like that though?
I mean, in some places it was probably better.
Yeah.
But then, you know, other times, like at our shows or like on stage, they'd be like, who's that guy? No, no.
But at airports, people recognize you, or just certain places you go. People.
Yeah. I mean, I think, you know, anybody who's been following us for at least, you know, 20 something years knows now that I have a shaved head. So
sure.
Yeah.
What was some big places you like? What were some big markets for you back then? Like, where would you go? It'd be like massive for AFI.
I mean, it's still kind of the same. Like,
yeah,
like our best market still is like Southern California, you know.
But Europe's good too.
Europe has never been that good.
Really?
Yeah, and it was. I think we got stuck on a lot of the wrong tours.
Okay.
Back in the 90s, like, you know, when we didn't have much or any internet presence.
Yeah.
And our records aren't in the stores.
Yeah.
We're just nobody, like, you know.
Crazy, man.
And we're on a bill with like bands that are either more fat wreck,
yeah,
like more melodic than we are, or we're with like hardcore bands that are harder than we are.
Yeah.
So like the fans at those shows aren't seeing what they want from us.
Totally. Yeah.
An unknown band that's not like quite what I came to see. Like,
yeah.
So it was kind of, you know, a series of missteps in terms of touring, and those are tough tours. And then throughout the 2000s, we went to Europe on each of those albums, but there's like 3-year gaps between the albums.
True.
So like anybody that maybe was into us at one show has then grown into another phase of their life by the next show.
A lot of things happen a year or 2 years, 3 years for sure.
Yeah. So it was like we didn't really get any real traction, and then we just stopped going. But we're going back.
Going back.
We're going back now.
It's amazing. I saw you guys played South America with System of a Down or something.
Oh, yeah.
Amazing, dude.
Okay, so we never even went to South America until
it's the best place in the world,
like
dude.
2014 or something.
Holy shit.
And man, it was great.
It's incredible there, dude.
So cool. Like
magical. There's so much passion.
Every show was great. Like,
yeah, bro. They love you there.
Yeah.
Was it with your fans? Like, because I know fans are fickle with like radio stuff. Did you see a difference of your fan base, like that know you from the radio and MTV, and then the core kids who grew up with you, like that kind of crowd changing? And
I mean, I think it's weird. Like to play shows there where it just seems like, I mean, and this is a huge generalization to say all of South America, you know, but like Latin America,
yeah,
like generally speaking, just seem to love music so much.
No, totally, for sure.
That like we could play anything and they're just happy to see it.
No, for sure.
You know, like maybe a slightly more jaded like American person might be like, oh, you guys are playing Miss Murder again, like your hit.
Yeah.
But like there, you bust out Miss Murder, they're like, oh, we love this beat.
Of course, dude, they love the song. Yeah, I meant career wise because you had so many radio hits, but you also had the core fans been with you since Nitro days. Like, could you see or feel a difference in the crowd of people that never been to like a show before, but they heard you on the radio coming into the?
There was during December Underground era, like. I mean, that's the thing. If you've been playing multiple Palladiums or whatever,
yeah,
and then suddenly you play Long Beach Arena like we did,
dude,
it's like, how are you feeling that if you don't have people who are like fans of the moment?
True,
you know, and not to say that those people haven't stuck with us. Definitely a lot of them have
for sure,
but some of them were just into that moment.
Yeah,
and
it's a time in their life in high school, whatever they heard the song. Whatever, yeah.
And so it's, you know, you get that many people together, you're going to get people of all different interest levels.
Sure, yeah. So that touring cycle seemed like a couple years you guys grinding on December Underground, right?
Yeah, did quite a bit of touring on that.
And then you ended during that time, I think you played on the Con record too, the Tegan and Sarah record.
Sarah, yeah. Oh, man.
I love Tegan. Shout out to Tegan and Sarah, man.
Yeah.
Tegan used to live downstairs for a minute.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. How'd you end up working with them?
I was a fan of their music.
So good.
And I think in a sort of in that gap between these two records that we just talked about, I kind of got to a place personally where I was like, I don't know, I'm having trouble writing, and I was just like overthinking things, and nothing that I was putting together felt good, and then I listened to their record "So Jealous." Okay. I remember like going down to Amoeba in Berkeley and seeing like the poster for it, and I'm like, I wonder what that is. Like, I wonder what that sounds like. Yeah. I'm just gonna buy it.
Awesome, man.
And just falling in love with that record so much, just the songwriting and just it seemed on the surface, it seems like so simple and accessible, but there's such a depth to it, and just being like so impressed with it, and that I have to write to them. So at that time, many years ago, like I found a way that there was like, I found an email address where I could write to like their
management or something,
like their label thing. Okay. And so I wrote to him just saying like, hey, this is like, I love this songwriting. It means a lot to me. I'm in this band, like whatever.
That's amazing, dude.
And Tegan wrote back to me.
Pretty fast.
Yeah. And then like we've been friends since then. Like I just texted her yesterday.
It's amazing, man. I love them. So you ended up playing on that record. That's cool.
Yeah. She asked me to play, we actually had been working on kind of some of our like material together, just like sort of remotely writing together. Like she'd send me scraps of ideas and I'd send her scraps, and then we'd kind of work on them. And she asked me to play bass on her songs on the con. Okay. And so it was cool. Like Sarah asked Matt Sharp, from the Rentals and formerly of Weezer, to play on her songs, and so we weren't there at the same time, but
that's cool.
But
man.
We've been friends since then.
Play some live shows with them at all? No?
And I played I played Shaker with them. Okay. On a couple shows, including on Conan.
Oh wow, that's sick.
Yeah. It's just cool.
That's awesome.
It's just, I don't know. I love, like I said, I love them and I love their music, and I just love playing with other people. Yeah.
You did some big TV shows with AFI as well, right? Did you do SNL?
We did SNL.
That's right, man.
Yeah.
That's huge, dude.
We did SNL in 2007.
That must have been a dream, man, for sure.
It's since I was a kid, like staying up way past my bedtime to watch SNL, like one of my favorite shows of all time.
I still watch it, man.
And so do I. And then like, as a grade school kid, like dreaming of being on SNL. Of course, I wanted to be a comedian, of course, but like wasn't funny enough to be a comedian. But finally getting to be there and being in that studio and doing the whole thing.
Who was the guest that night? You remember?
It was Jeremy Piven.
Oh shit! Wow.
Yeah.
Entourage. Yeah. Were you nervous?
A little bit, but just like, I don't know, just that sort of like so excited about being there and just like.
Are you there for the whole week rehearsing, or no? Just a couple of rehearsals.
It was a couple of rehearsals. I think we were doing other things in New York around that time. Just kind of whatever. But
you've done TV shows before at SNL, right? Did you do? You guys do Conan too?
We never did. We did Kimmel later a couple times, but never did any of the other talk shows.
SNL's top tier though, man.
Yeah.
That's fun. You skip those when we're at the top tier, like.
Yeah.
Damn, your parents must have been so psyched, man.
Oh yeah.
Did anybody come out from the fam for that or no?
No. But
just watch it on TV.
But it's just like, that's
another huge one, dude. That's like the Tony Hawk game, dude.
Yeah.
That's some childhood shit.
Exactly.
Damn, that's amazing. So you did Conan with Tegan and Sarah, did some shows, and then Crash Loves Out. That's 2009 with Medicate and Beautiful Thieves. Is that still on Major, right?
That's our last Interscope record.
Last one.
Yeah.
That's great. You're going to do 3 records with them.
Yeah.
It's pretty short for a major label or whatever.
Yeah.
And how you guys at this point in the band, like this record and coming off of December Underground, which is #1 at Billboard.
Yeah. So that was a weird time for us. Yeah. I think like our show, all the shows were booked as if it was just like December Underground 0.2, or 2.0.
So next level.
Yeah. And then we weren't getting, some cities, the numbers weren't doing that. So
you're
like
coming up high off that, and then this next record you're trying to keep the same momentum.
And it was just, I think for all bands, it was a weird time.
That time, 2009.
Like rock bands in that era where streaming is now such a crazy thing.
True.
And also like the rise of festival culture.
Yeah.
And it was a weird time to like, I don't know, to kind of have to battle through. And I think everyone in the band sort of took that in a different way.
And how was this received when it came out? Do you remember?
Well, okay, so I think we all probably have our own way of describing this too.
How'd you feel it was received?
Yeah, I kind of like to be ignorant about things to a degree.
Live in your bubble. I love it.
I don't want to read the comments.
You loved it. You loved it.
I think at that moment in time, it was my favorite thing that we had put out.
It's awesome.
I felt like a lot of the songs were more, just, I don't know, more accessible, less, I hesitate to say gimmicky because it's not like we've ever used gimmicks, but like the songs spoke for themselves.
Yeah.
But I do think that there were a lot of people whose interest we piqued on December Underground.
Yep.
That maybe were expecting something that was a little more along the lines of that album.
Yeah.
More of the electronic angle or just darker.
But you guys always change it up, so that's...
But we always change it. And so they were maybe like, whoa, what's going on here? Meanwhile, they were in high school and were like self-identified with December Underground. And now they're in college and we're putting out this thing that like...
3 years later, man.
It's not for us. So,
yeah.
So I feel like, a lot of that, the extra people that we picked up, that maybe weren't going to be around for a long time fell off. And so our shows were smaller.
And so you felt that. Yeah.
Still big shows.
Yeah, for sure.
But it's like you feel when there's a change in trajectory, even if it's slight. It's like you feel it and it starts to kind of weigh on everyone in a different way. So there was a little bit of a baggage from that album and that tour. Yeah,
did you tour much on that one?
Not a whole lot.
Okay.
Yeah.
And was there like radio play and stuff like that, or
there's radio play, but like everything's changing.
Totally, man. Yeah. Even videos.
Radio's starting to fall apart.
Yep.
MTV's gone.
Gone, bro.
And magazines are starting to disappear. Like all the markers that we had used to sort of judge our success were sort of changing or disappearing.
Yeah.
And so it was kind of just a weird transition.
And then there's a pretty big gap between that and Burials, and that's when Sekrets come with Skiba.
Yeah. Can I pause for a second?
You gonna go pee?
I have to pee.
Me too. Let's pause. Okay, we back. We back from the pee break. I was gonna ask you how you met Skiba. Like, were you guys touring together? I think you told me about a moment before. Like, what inspired you guys doing music together?
Yeah. So I've known him for at least 20 something years.
Yeah.
20. And I think AFI and Alkaline Trio were both playing like Reading and Leeds.
Okay.
In 2003, and I knew this guy Andre who was like doing video stuff with them.
Okay.
And so I was kind of hanging out with him and Matt was talking about, or I think they were like riffing on this Motley Crue song that they had found.
Yeah.
That was on Motley Crue's 97 album Generation Swine. This song called Brandon, which Tommy Lee had written about his son.
Oh yeah, okay.
And it's a ballad and it's very heartfelt. It's not a good song. It's like,
so you guys are making fun of it.
It's like cringy, but it's like, but Tommy sings it like with such conviction. There's something about it that is like charming.
He's serious about it.
It's just so charming in that it's like not really a great song.
Okay.
but it's just like, so we're like listening to it over and over again. And then Skiba gets this idea, or maybe I got the idea, where like the two of us would go like during the middle of their set or like right before their encore that night, huge stage at Reading or Leeds or whatever, that we're going to go up and bring out 2 stools, acoustic guitar, and just do our version of Brandon, straight-faced. no explanation.
Yeah. And who's going to know that deep? I don't know.
Yeah. Just the dry humor of doing it, just the absurdity of doing it. And so we did it. And and it's, to that degree, we've been on that kind of same wavelength for years.
And how was your reaction to it?
I don't even remember, like, because we had to play it so straight. It was just sort of like, we're doing this thing. Like,
it's a huge crowd.
But
that's crazy, bro.
Yeah. So, so like, we kind of ran in the same circles, and then when it came time for him to do some of his own thing, his outside the trio,
the solo stuff, I think,
he hit me up. He was like, "Hey, I have all these demos. Like, do you want to play on this record?" I'm like, "Yeah, let me check it out." Sure, I love playing with other people. So
for sure. Shout out to Ski, was an incredible songwriter, man.
Yeah,
he just give him props for a trio and all the other stuff he did with Blink, and just incredible with harmonies and writing and everything, man.
Yeah. So that was cool. Like, we went in the studio, and I'd kind of worked out everything that I wanted to do on the album and knocked it out. Then, like, a few years later, we did another record where he once again hit me up, but this was like last second. He's like, "Hey, do you have time to like come in and do like tracks tomorrow?"
Was this the Cuts album?
Yeah.
Damn.
I mean, it wasn't like that. I mean, I knew that it was coming, but he couldn't get me demos or anything in time. And so he basically sent me songs like the night before. And so I would like maybe be able to listen to them, but maybe not. So I kind of went into that session just thinking like, you know what, I'm going to improvise the whole thing, and and whatever happens. And it's some of my favorite stuff just because it is like purely in the moment.
Holy shit.
Like I'm just really, I mean, there was even one song I remember I started playing this kind of like weird, not quite slap bass thing, just to silence and creating a little bit of a groove. And I said, whatever the next song is, I don't even know what it is. Whatever the next song is, pull it up, start recording. This is going to fit. I'm going to make this be that song, no matter what it is. Just try it. And of course they did. And it kind of worked. And then Matt came into the room. He's like, wow, that sounds cool.
That was it.
So it's on there. One of the songs.
Damn. So the first record was the Babylon album, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
And then who was it? Was Erica Daking in the band? Who was in the band? Was Joe in there? Was F minus?
No. So in that, on that recording, Jared Alexander played drums.
Okay.
And I'm not sure who else played on that one. Like if somebody else played guitar or something like that. But then he ended up putting together a group to do a short little tour.
That's right.
On
and
that.
Who put the record out too? Was it Adelaide? No, was it Adelaide?
It was like a German label.
Okay.
I don't remember exactly who. They were cool.
Yeah. So that tour, that band lasted for. Then the other record came out. So the other record came out after Burials came out, because that's 2013. And I Hope You Suffer is like one of my favorite AFI songs, man.
Yeah.
And I love that song so late in your career. I thought it was such a banger, dude. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely. Like there was a point where I wasn't sure if AFI was a band anymore.
Okay.
Not like, I feel like there was a point where we could have decided to not be a band.
Yeah.
And it wouldn't have been necessarily like a bad thing, like it, but we decided to be a band, and I think that the material that became Burials was like a huge part of that. It was like re-engaging with a darker, like angrier part of like ourselves,
Yeah, it's been a couple of years, because the last one was 2009. This is 2013 now.
Yeah.
That's the longest gap between your records, I think.
Yeah.
One of them.
Well, yeah.
So it's kind of a hiatus kind of vibe maybe between those records, or?
Yeah. But like I said, for me, it was like, and this may just because I'm like the last person in the band to know anything. I'm the bass player,
It's all good.
But it's, it did feel like could go either way,
Yeah.
During that time, we changed, we changed management.
Okay, yep.
We didn't have a label, so there was
label.
there was a point in time where I'm like, I don't know what's happening. You
Yeah.
know?
And so this comes out. This is a pretty big, good record for you guys, right?
Yeah.
And you did some good tours on this?
Yeah. I mean, I feel like that sort of was
What
a
label was
shift
it?
down. That was Republic.
Republic, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, Republic. Yeah. And so you downsize the venues on this one, you said, or no? It's just different.
I feel like we sort of plateaued with the venues, but like I feel like we were like the whole rock world as a scene was kind of coming out of that dip.
Totally.
And so, people were understanding the importance of going to see a rock band.
Yeah, absolutely. And then you guys, you tour on that for a little bit? Not as much as usual, right?
Yeah, I'm trying to remember.
That's all good.
I remember there's
that's a longer gap actually. The Burials to the Blood album is like 4 years gap between those records. Yeah.
Well, but
Burials.
So Burials came out in October of 2013.
Yep.
So it's like the end of the year, and that was I had done in that gap. I also played with Cold Cave.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
In a van,
West, man.
In a van,
the best.
which was cool. Like just
back in the van.
Back in the van,
Okay, it's great.
Just doing everything ourselves, and it was like so many shows in a row, and like Cody from Blood Brothers played guitar, and like he got food poisoning at some point, and like during a show, and like but we were like I don't know, it just felt like like a tighter camaraderie than I'd felt in a while, because touring in the bus allows everybody a little bit of like freedom.
Yeah, for sure.
And this was like, no, we're all in a van, we're all doing this, we're all on the same page, 24/7.
Yeah, like it was originally. Yeah, back in the van. Yeah, that's cool. You played Cold Cave. I didn't realize that. Man, Wes is such a legend, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then you drop another Sekrets record too. After that, you don't do any tours on the Cuts album? No.
No.
No shows.
No,
really?
I texted Matt on the day that came out because I was like I said, like the whole album being sort of improvised.
Yeah, last minute. Yeah.
I just felt like, I don't know, this like it felt kind of cool in a different way.
Yeah.
And I was excited about it coming out, and I texted him, and he's like, "Oh shit, that came out today?" Like, what?
I love it.
Because
dude.
he was like in the Blink world.
Oh yeah,
at that
point. Fucking Blink world. That was such a cool moment finding out he got into Blink. He hit me up. He had lunch at Crossroads with Travis and Mark. He called me. He's like, Uncle, just had lunch with these guys, and they asked me to band. I was like, so psyched.
So
for him,
cool,
dude. And I think one of the records he's on, California, was their first #1 charting record, to be honest.
Oh, really?
Yeah, dude.
That's cool.
Yeah, like I was really happy for him on that.
Yeah.
And then you have the self-titled /Blood record. That's 2017.
Yeah.
And that's Republic as well.
No, that's
another label.
That was on. Oh man, that was on like our own label through another label.
Oh, that's cool.
I'm trying to remember exactly the details on that, but yeah.
And where's the headspace now at AFI, this part in the career, and like touring and wanting to tour and not wanting to tour, or just
just wanting to get back out and do the thing.
Yeah.
I think with that album, it was like, we not meaning to, like there was no intention behind it, but something about the songs reminded me of like stuff that we had done previously, or like it felt to me like it was an extension of like material we'd done in the past.
Yeah.
Like where I would have wanted to take it had we not just like shifted gears so severely.
Yeah.
And so I don't know, I just felt like it was coming around to something that I really liked.
Yeah.
And I it's hard to
You're excited for this record.
It's hard to know, like when you have, any group of songs that could, any combination of certain songs could be a different style of an album or different feel. And sometimes you don't know how they're going to sound once they're all together. And so it's hard to put your finger on something and be like, well, this album is this.
Yeah, for sure. You guys are always together in the writing process?
No, this was the first of our kind of doing things separately.
Okay.
Up to this point, we had all been in the studio doing stuff.
Yeah.
And this, even though we're all in the same studio mostly, we all kind of just went in separately.
Okay.
And did things, and which, I don't know, gives you a little more freedom to like do a thing without like, worrying that your bandmate's going to be around the corner judging your part.
Totally.
But it also forces you to be that bandmate around the corner and be like,
yeah,
like, you know what, I'm going to play the thing that like is better for the band, or better for the
step
song.
it up even more. Yeah. Put more pressure on yourself.
Yeah.
And that's another long gap, dude. 2017, and then Bodies is 221.
Yeah.
It's a long gap.
So that one's long because we finished recording that record in 2019.
Yep.
And it would have come out early in the pandemic, but then the pandemic happened.
Wow, that's right.
And so, but that was the first one that I recorded all my own bass parts for.
Okay.
I was like, I'm going to be my own studio. Why not? Like,
damn,
I do this for other bands. Why not for myself?
So he did for the Bodies record, you did him at your studio?
Yeah.
Damn. So that one didn't come out. Yeah, so it was really no tours on that till later, right? Because of the pandemic.
Yeah, it was just weird. We wanted to, we had a tour planned with the rollout of the album, and then when just COVID things sort of happened, we ended up pushing the tour, but the album still came out.
Yeah.
But then the vinyl was delayed. The whole thing was just like like a scattershot thing.
Such a weird timing, dude, for everybody.
None of it felt like, I don't know. My favorite thing is to have music that still feels really new.
Totally.
Come out to the people and be able to play it for them immediately.
So you didn't really get to play any shows on the Bodies record till like 2023 or something, or?
I think the first tour was fall of 21.
Okay.
So still like over a year after the album has come out, or whatever.
Is that weird? That was a weird time to the tour, I think.
Yeah, weird time because
he was slowly getting back into going shows.
There wasn't the consumer confidence in going to shows yet.
Consumer confidence, I like that. Things were getting canceled. They were getting announced. They were getting pushed back. All the tours.
Yeah.
People were skeptical about going to live concerts. Weird time. But fast forward to March 11th at the Forum, Sing the Sorrow show, anniversary of the record, which I love that AFI doesn't live in the past. I love that, even though the fans love all the old stuff, you continue to make new things. You don't live in the past. And these are such iconic records that I know you guys never try to capitalize on any anniversary shows. Somehow, some way, somebody got you guys to do this, or you decided to do this incredible show at the Forum, which I thought was, I was out of town. It seems so fucking amazing to sell out the Forum, dude.
Yeah. I mean,
that's gotta be so surreal.
That was the whole thing. It's like, I don't know. It came out of, like you said, it came out of a weird time of shows and people. And it was just sort of like, like, can we do this? Should we do this? Can we do this?
And to play the Forum, that's a huge thing. But then it sells out pretty fast too.
That's one of our, like, commercially one of our best selling records, but also like one of our favorite records to have done.
It's awesome.
And music that we return to often when touring, because it's like, it feels like it's a core part of who we are as a band now.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, but we didn't know if it was going to sell at all. Like, everyone, all the people that are in charge of like putting things on sale, and, we're like, it's going to be great, guys. Don't worry about it. And we're like, okay, well, just in case it's not, like,
backup venue or something like that. Yeah.
But then, it sold out so quickly,
dude.
And that really let us present that album in its entirety as its own piece of art, and not
so
like
beautiful, man.
Not cloud it with like, and then we'll follow it up with some other songs, but like just be like, this is this one thing, and the whole
front to back.
The whole night was like, themed of that era, and but still didn't, it wasn't like, I don't know, as much as like, we don't really like to dip into the past.
I know, I love that.
Like lean heavily on this nostalgic thing. But it was this moment where we got to really, I don't know, feel the
love, and
like I felt kind of like a fan in that moment.
Wow.
Because it was
Were
like,
you nervous up there?
No, because it's like those songs, because for the most part we have continued to play almost all of the songs all the time. So it was like musically it wasn't going to be
nothing different you're doing,
weird.
But just it's a Forum, dude. Everybody's singing every word. Dude.
Yeah, and we prepared like really cool like video. Like we had a huge video wall behind us, so like a lot of visual stuff for the night, and we wanted to make it really special for people, and it ended up being really special for us.
Yeah, it was an emotional night.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
All your families were there.
No.
Your parents didn't come out for that?
No, I mean,
Damn, that's such a crazy moment. It's like a huge moment for you, I think, for AFI.
It's like, it's still like a good 8-hour drive for them. So it's like,
even it's just sold out for
when they like come to visit LA, that's like a 2-day drive for them.
No, I
you know,
hear you,
they
I
have
hear
to
you.
stop somewhere and stay the night, and so
You can watch it online.
Yeah.
But it's such a magical, I think, moment for AFI doing that, man.
Yeah.
And the fans too. It's like people probably came from everywhere in the world for this.
Oh yeah,
dude,
a lot of people flew from all over the place.
Wow.
Yeah.
Going there to sound check during the day, it's just like it's crazy, huh?
I actually put on a big AFI hoodie and glasses and and a mask and walked around throughout the crowd before we played.
No way,
just
dude.
to get a vibe, and like I went outside to take some pictures of the outside, and
that's fucking so cool, man. That's so nobody knew it was you. That's amazing.
I don't think anybody knew it was me except for one person gave me a look like I know who you are.
That's what's up. Didn't blow your cover. Yeah,
but was cool about it. Yeah.
Dude, yeah, that's amazing. I wish I was here for that. I saw the footage. I was like, wow, that's amazing. What about Lektron? Is that another band you did with Adam Willard and Ski? Would that ever happen?
Yeah, that was on a whim. At some point, Skiba called me and was like, "Hey, do you want to like be in a new band?" And I was like, "Okay, sure. What is it?"
Always down.
He's like, "It's with Adam Willard." I'm like, "Hell yeah."
Dope.
He's like, "Okay, we got a couple songs. We're gonna record in like a week. I'll get you the songs as soon as I can." And he did, and then I went, went to 606 and tracked these songs in one night, and it was like, at the time we're like, yeah, we're gonna do like a full record, we're gonna do all this stuff, we can play some shows, whatever, and then that was it. It was the only thing that ever happened.
So nothing really came out?
No, the 2 songs came out.
Okay. So people can hear those songs, they'll come up. Yeah The stream. Wow. So no band, nothing. Damn, man. Yeah, so the Bodies to 2025, it's 4 years gap of those albums, and then Silver Bleeds the Black Sun, man, last year, dude, Behind the Box comes out, the video, the mustache vibes, Davey, the look, just everything. I love the whole rollout of this and the interviews and people loving this record, man.
Yeah, I mean, I gotta say, like, this record, out of everything that we've done, maybe you have to go all the way back to the first record that I did with the band. This is the first time where the music that we created actually fully relates to the music that I listen to on my own time.
It's amazing, man.
In this era,
So this is the last record that you were so excited about. Which album would that be in the history of AFI? You're saying?
I've always been excited about the music.
Yeah.
As like output, but it didn't always necessarily relate to what I personally was listening to.
Gotcha.
And sometimes it would be a matter of like, well, each of the 4 of us are bringing our own influences to the song, totally. And so it's like a compromise of things or a melange, if you will. But this is a little more of a kind of a unified style and sound, cool. And it just so happens to be exactly what I'm into.
It's amazing, and everybody's into it, I guess, right?
Yeah.
Shit. Yeah. What is something you listen to it during making of this? What's something?
Well, okay, so
compare it to a little bit. During
the making of, I see this a little tricky because I don't listen to stuff when I'm working on music.
Okay.
Not because I think that it'll influence me, but it's just because I'm so like mentally invested in what I'm working on that's all I want to have in my brain.
Gotcha.
Like my brain will continue to work on music while I'm sleeping, while I'm doing other things.
Damn.
And sometimes so maybe this is I'm going to interject a little piece about my own personal music right now.
Let's go.
I've been working on some of my own personal music.
Okay.
And it's great because I'm trying to not force it, and I'm just working on stuff that it feels like to me like a reflection of what I see in the world. There's a lot of dark stuff.
There's a lot of dark world right now.
And I'm playing all the instruments, singing guitar, bass, drums,
man.
Everything.
It's called your name. It's just under your name.
Yeah, I don't have
know yet. Okay.
If I can think of a cooler name than my own.
Yeah. Your name's cool though.
But it's a very like dark, like kind of death rock vibe.
Interesting.
And it's like I said, I'm not forcing it in terms of like I don't have a label or anything yet.
Yeah.
So there's no timeline, and so it's like it will form itself in my brain when I'm doing other things.
Huh.
And so because of that, I'm not listening to a lot of other music because I want to have the sort of space to like let that work itself out.
I love that, man. It's cool, man.
So it's weird when people ask you, like, you know, people always want to know, like, what have you been listening to? What is this? And it's so weird for me to have to explain, like, nothing. I'm like, I'm not listening to anything.
Nothing, dude.
Like sometimes when I go running, I was
going to ask you that. Yeah.
I'll listen to stuff, but I will listen to stuff that I know really well. And it's, you know, I'll listen to like Echo and the Bunnymen or like
when you're running, you do.
Yeah. Like Love and Rockets or like, and it doesn't necessarily have to be a certain tempo. Like it just has to be,
to zone out to it kind of.
Yeah. It has to be like something that like I know really well, but then can listen to in a new way. I don't know. It's hard to like.
I forgot you did marathons before.
I've never run a marathon,
but that's on your bucket list.
Yes.
Okay.
Because
how many miles a week you running?
That's a good question. On average, I am running about like 12 miles a week. Nothing crazy. I've never run more than a 20K in my life. That's the most I've ever run.
It's okay. Yeah, man. Yeah.
So that's
how many miles is that again?
20K is
5K.
It's like a 12.4.
That's great.
Miles. Yeah.
It's almost half a marathon.
So yeah. So the next step is a half.
Okay.
And then I don't know. Like I feel like it's doable.
I love running too, man.
I have a friend who I've known since grade school who just turned 50 this last year, and his goal was to run 50 marathons by 50. He easily did it.
Really?
Yeah.
50?
Yeah.
Holy shit, dude.
And
is he done running in his 50s or no?
Oh, no. That was just yeah. So
I want to do one marathon too in my life.
Shout out to Ryan Piner.
Ryan, you're a G, dude. Holy shit.
But yeah, so like it's so inspiring. I also have a friend, John Klein, who who runs like those like super marathon, like he'll run like 50, 100 miles.
100 miles
like,
is a gnarly,
he's
dude.
just like
the mountains and shit.
Yeah, and it's just like it's like so it's intimidating, but it's inspiring.
It's so inspiring.
Because, you know, if I'm out there and I'm at like 5 miles and I'm like, oh, feeling a little struggle. I'm like, but these guys, you know,
100 miles. Or do guys do Ironmans, dude, running, swimming, bicycling.
Yeah.
It's fucking crazy. I have friends who do that. Like, it's nothing. I did 5 or 6 Ironmans. I'm like, bro, I might die in the swimming part. I'm not a really great swimmer.
Yeah. I couldn't do the swimming at all.
But like 100-mile thing is crazy just to run 100 miles.
Yeah.
I feel I sometimes I hate running, but when I'm done, I love that high, that natural high.
Also, I just think like for me, running is like it's the most inspiring thing because you're moving forward constantly.
Good point.
And
I love that.
And like I don't know, like the fact that I can run, the fact that like I'm out there running to me is super inspiring as well. Like,
fuck yeah.
You know, I'm like out there physically moving my body. It's just like I love it.
You're still young, too. You the youngest member?
I'm the youngest member of the band.
So you're in your 40s still?
I turn 50 next month.
Next month? Amazing, dude. What's your birthday?
May 14th.
Dude, amazing. How you feel about that?
It's a little weird. 50, it's like
Are
a
you tripping
big number.
on getting old and shit like that or not?
I'm tripping on the number. Just the number.
Just the number, bro.
You know? Like, I've already experienced things like my vision starting to get weird and...
That happens when
you know,
you're in your 40s.
like all the little things. And so I'm fine with that. But, like... Just a number. It's just a number,
you know? It's just a number. I just turned 56 2 days ago, bro. I feel like I'm 36. This is how you live your life. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I feel like music keeps you young, and we exercise. We both don't eat animals. We're healthy. We don't party. You know what I'm saying? Like
that's what my dad, who's 83. He's like, I still feel like I'm 65.
Yeah, man. But you think about 50-year-olds when we were growing up. 40-year-olds seems so old. The 30-year-olds.
Yeah. Oh, I remember when. When I was in that band Inner Frog, I remember the singer of the band was turning 30. I was 18.
Like, holy shit.
And she was turning 30, and I was like, that is so old. That's like the oldest. That's like all the way old.
I remember turning 30, like, holy crap, it's over. I'm turning 30.
Yeah.
Then you turn 40, then you turn 50. It's like, I love my 50s, dude. I'm thriving. I feel like, you know, Keith Morris is 70 years old on stage, bro. Think about that. Vinny Stigma's 70 years old.
Yeah.
Negative Approach. I see these guys all on tour right now, killing it. It's just like, it's just how you take care of yourself. And we're a different generation. We actually care about taking care of ourselves, you know?
Plus, shout out to medical technology.
Yeah.
in the past few years, my dad has like a shoulder replacement, hip replacement. Like he got his eyes done, laser, you know, like, you know, it's like that 100 years ago, that wasn't a thing, you know?
So true.
100 years ago, you got a cold, you would die.
Yeah. People would die. And like, I think people lived, even the age of lifespan was different back then to 40 or so. I don't know if back then it was so different. So your tour kicks off in Seattle tomorrow.
Yeah.
Holy Visions. So the Holy Visions tour and the Choir Boy is on there. Called the Choir Boy. How long's this tour?
It's only like a little over 2 weeks.
That's nothing.
Pretty short. It's just a little leg of a tour where we're doing many legs.
I love that.
Yeah.
That's what you do when you get older.
Yeah.
You stretch it out like that.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? We did that with Bouncing Souls. 5 different legs last year, spread out the whole year. It was incredible, dude.
That's great. I mean, it's better than like some of these albums we would do like one, you know, 6-week tour and then never come back. Like, so this way we're kind of spreading it out. We're playing some cities that maybe we wouldn't have played if we just did one tour.
Yeah. Do you run on tour?
I do.
So every city you're checking out.
I'm excited about that.
You're going to coffee shops, you're running, all that shit in each city.
That's it, yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
I feel like it's smart to spread it out when we get older as far as touring is concerned and like just being healthier. So the reaction to the new record's been wonderful, huh?
Yeah, people love it. I think it's cool. Like, I mean, I have a lot of friends who have supported everything I've done over the years.
Yeah.
And like everything I've done, but many of them have come up to me and said like, hey, I really like this album.
And they didn't have to tell you that. They didn't feel like that.
Yeah. So it's just like, I don't know, it feels cool. Like also like, like we're old. We want to play what we want to play, and this is it.
But you've always been like that. That's why I respect AFI.
Yeah.
You've never tried to. Does the name actually mean I'm asking for it?
You know, there's a lot of
mythology
around that.
It can mean anything.
We say it stands for a fire inside, and so it stands for a fire inside.
Okay. Or whatever people want to make those 3.
Yeah.
You still love touring. You still love traveling.
Yeah, I do.
You're a good flyer.
Yeah, I mean, I think touring reminds me that that we are citizens of the world. I
love that.
And that's important to remember. It's easy to like get into your local little bubble and just do your thing.
For sure.
But no, we're a part of a global community.
We really are. And also get out there and see the fans, see the people, see who's still riding with you, who's still loving your band and coming out. And
yeah,
it's awesome. You guys are an important band for decades, and people love and appreciate you still playing, obviously. What was the last job you had? We had a boss.
The last job I had where I had a boss was the movie theater.
That's right. Okay, yeah, that's right.
Which I quit in 98.
And that's the last job.
Yeah.
Think about that, bro.
I know.
It's 2026.
It's weird.
It's crazy.
I'm trying to think if there's like some weird loophole.
There's no other jobs. This is all living on music.
Yeah.
It's pretty amazing, man. Life's crazy, man. So lucky. What's the latest obsession you have right now? You like a big binge watcher of like shows? Like
I watch shows. We talked about that a little bit last time. I like the kind of weird, mysterious sci-fi shows.
True. How about documentaries?
I'll go through phases where like I'll watch one and then that's all I want to watch is documentaries for a while. I've been watching a lot of Jeopardy lately.
Really?
I've always loved Jeopardy, but for some reason it's just like, I don't know. I think like maybe I'm smarter than I've ever been. And so it like helps me like confirm that.
So you could probably kill on that show.
No. And I never want to go on the show. I'm putting that out there that I don't.
You wait it in your living room. You watch it.
I'm way too nervous of a person to be on the show. Like, I get nervous. I took some like comedy writing classes.
Okay.
And I'm in a room with like 8 people. And we've each written some like sketch comedy thing. And so nervous, way too nervous to even like say like unrealistic. Like I can get up on stage in front of thousands of people and be fine. But that is just
like a public kind of speaking thing.
I just like my palms get sweaty. I'm like, I'm not myself. I don't like it.
So you 100% feel like yourself on stage.
Yes.
Interesting.
So if somehow I could do Jeopardy on stage.
Yeah. If there was like some, like a show kind of.
It was a show. If I had my bass on me.
So you're a nervous, anxious person?
No, well, I mean, in certain public situations,
Okay.
you know.
But you don't sound like a stressed kind of guy.
No, I'm pretty chill most
really
of the time.
Chill. Yeah. Do you meditate?
I don't. I want to.
Do you do breath work?
I do breath work.
Okay.
I mean, like not any according. I mean, my own style of breath work.
Yeah. No Wim Hof shit.
I think from the first time I got tattooed, the tattoo artist was like, if it hurts, like try controlling your breathing. And I was like, okay. And it did hurt a little bit. And so, but that brought that into my awareness, and I thought like, okay. And so I've spent, decades now of like being really aware of my breathing.
Yeah.
I also have like really, really low resting heart rate.
Okay.
So I think like that sort of lends itself to me being a kind of a chill person.
Yeah. You probably have like good blood work and stress levels and cholesterol and all that shit. What is like some daily rituals for you?
Coffee. Coffee's
How many coffees a day?
1.
Okay.
Sometimes 2, but
latte or like.
But they got to both be early. My favorite's like a cappuccino or like something small.
Okay.
If I'm going with 2, maybe 1 will just be straight espresso and 1 will be a cappuccino.
Okay.
I also I do all the New York Times puzzles.
What? That's amazing.
I love it. Like
every day.
Every day. I haven't done them yet today.
So you wake up and do the puzzles with like, is it online or is it a newspaper actual?
I do it on the app.
Okay.
That's
amazing, dude. It's so good for your brain.
I normally do it while I'm drinking coffee, but I drank coffee on the way here, so like it didn't,
You do puzzles too?
Yeah, but that just takes up a lot of table space.
Okay.
And then I listen to NPR.
Nice.
Every day.
That's where you get your news.
Get my news.
That's cool.
Yeah, those are my main like.
Do some running. Do you do weights and shit stuff, or just more runner?
I do weights on like non-running days.
Okay. You have like a schedule.
Yeah, I don't do like for a while I was trying to like really get some gains, and now I'm just it's more of just like as I get older trying to just maintain.
Yeah, for sure. We have to keep the muscle strength though as we get older, for sure. Are you vegetarian or vegan? I forgot.
Vegan.
Yeah. How many years now?
26 years.
Fuck yeah, dude. And that was inspired by, was it the bandmates? Were you like that before you met the AFI guys?
It was inspired by people that I met when I was in high school.
Interesting.
That when I sort of associated that with like a more like I don't know, like a more intellectual level of punk.
Totally.
And I aspired to it, but couldn't figure out how to like change my lifestyle to fit that.
Yeah.
And at that time there were no resources for me.
No.
And there were no the supermarkets had nothing.
True.
There were no restaurant. Like I had nothing. And so so it took me a number of years, and it basically took me until I moved to the Bay Area and started touring more. I got to a point where I realized like, oh, I'm like basically vegan now.
Yeah.
If I just like paid a little closer attention to like the ingredients on a thing.
Yeah.
And didn't eat the thing with the non-fat dry milk powder or whatever.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
So Warped Tour in 2000, they sent out a thing to all the bands saying like, the tour is catered. What are your dietary preferences? And because at that point I'd been fairly lactose intolerant, I wanted to mark vegan. And because if you mark vegetarian, then they give you some like real milky thing or whatever,
cheesy thing. Yeah.
And so a couple people, I don't think Dave was one of them, but a couple people were like, "Oh, you're gonna mark vegan, but you're not vegan," like
vegan police. Yeah.
And so I was like, "Okay, I will be 100% vegan for that tour."
Yeah.
Like 24 hours a day, around the clock, whatever, gas station, whatever.
Yeah.
And then I've been vegan ever since.
Amazing, man. It's so cool.
Yeah.
It's crazy how far it's come, and there's so many options now touring and.
Oh, it's so easy now.
Possible, just all the other stuff, which I don't eat so much of the fake stuff, but I appreciate it being there. Burger King and all the different spots they have it in case you need it.
I think all that stuff is great. I don't really eat it, but I think it's great because it sort of provides a permission structure for people who are meat eaters to like get away from meat.
Yeah.
Whether it's
transition for them.
Whether it's full time or even just like, part time or whatever it is, it's all positive.
Yeah. And also, you've been straight edge pretty much your whole life.
Yeah, I mean, like,
you try anything when you were a kid?
There was I tried some alcohol.
Okay.
But never liked it, and then like almost immediately that was when I kind of decided like that's not for me. This is not my path.
That's before you even heard Minor Threat or any of those bands.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
What were some of your go-to straight edge bands? Was it like the GBs, Judges, Strife, that kind of stuff? Or
none of that like penetrated into my area.
Wow.
So like Minor Threat somehow was like I don't know, it just sort of like made it into,
it comes in with the Black Flags and the Dead Kennedys.
Like,
it just comes in.
It was so, like I said, there was like one little record shop in town.
Yeah.
And so you would get tapes from your friends.
Yeah.
Or if somebody like went to the big city to like find something. So it was like
came back with something.
So a lot of stuff didn't like make it into our like smaller town culture, and then some of it did. And there was a point in time where like I started to like I had already been straight edge, but like I actually found out about straight edge bands.
Yeah.
And I was like trying to like be a little more like, I don't know, a little more like outgoing as a straight edge person.
Yeah.
And immediately got like weird backlash from some of my friends who...
We being like militant?
Like just judgmental.
Yeah, totally.
Just judgmental. And they were like coming back at me like, no, dude, that's not it.
Yeah, totally.
And so from that point forward, I'm like, you know what? You're right. Like I can't just be a dick. Like this isn't like
personal choice.
License to be a dick. So
yeah.
So from that point forward, I'm just like, you know what? This is for me. This is my thing. That's it.
I love that. A couple more. Social media. You on social media a lot?
I've been kind of not doing as much.
Cool.
Do
you give yourself a certain amount of time a day, or?
I was like an early adopter with like Twitter. Like I won. I feel like it's always some.
Yeah, but we don't have it anymore. Yeah. You got an award for Twitter?
I won an award. I won the very first Shorty Awards, which was like the Twitter annual award for like each category or whatever. I was the first recipient of the music category.
Okay. Because
this is before like celebrities were on Twitter.
Okay.
And I was one of the few musicians on there like
under your name or AFI?
Under my name.
Okay. Wow.
Or under Tranquil Mammoth, which I guess is still technically my Twitter name. I haven't used it in a long time,
For being like what? Like just a music person on there?
Yeah, I mean at that time it was like, I don't know, what did people even write then? I remember like talking about at some point being like, yeah, Hunter Revenge is on Warped Tour on this stage at this time. Come see it,
Yeah.
Or just whatever. I don't even remember
you got an award for all that.
But I got an award. They flew me to New York.
What?
MC Hammer presented me with the award.
Dude.
Yeah.
Which you probably loved from back then.
Yeah.
Was that surreal?
So surreal.
Holy crap, dude. But people knew you from AFI too, right?
Yeah.
Wow. So what year is that, you think?
That's 2009, early 2009.
Dude, that's crazy. OG of the Twitter, bro. Now it's a crazy
Now
place.
It's like I don't go there at all.
And so you check your DMs?
I check my DMs for the most part. Sometimes it gets crazy, like if there's any sort of thing happening with AFI.
Totally.
It's on tour, I try to post
stuff about the tour
with frequency about the tour and stuff. But then when I'm at home, I get to a point where I'm like, I'd just rather experience what I'm doing and not like, I don't know. It's
in
just
the moment with you. Yeah.
It's just also like I start to feel sometimes about like how much like how many things are happening in the world that are important,
really important,
and that like my meal at home isn't important, or like my cats or whatever that are important to me are like not.
Yeah.
Like it just feels weird,
Especially right now, this moment.
Yeah.
It's a crazy dark world, dude. Yeah. So you're checking messages. Do you have like online stuff bother you, comments or negative things about the band, or respond to them?
I try not to.
Was there a time when you did though, right?
There were a time where I like engaged some people that were like kind of, I don't know. Everyone always wants to like, with AFI, like people often want us to return to the sound that they first fell in love with.
Yes.
And that's just never going to happen. Like it's just, and I think I maybe like pushed back against some people like they were negatively advocating for that
What was their response?
I got into it back and forth with this one guy, and I decided to like kind of hit him with some personal comments about.
You checked out his page or something?
I checked out his page, saw him doing some karaoke, and told him that he sucked. And well, because it was like I used his words against him. He said something about the new album, and I just turned those words around on him.
Oh, he probably was like, "What the hell?" He looked at my
came
page.
right back at me and was like, aggressively, and then I was like, you know what? I looked at the karaoke again, and I was like, actually, he is pretty good. He is pretty good.
You can't go back and tell him that though.
I gave him props.
Oh shit!
I did because I'm like,
That's
I'm not trying to
sweet.
make an enemy. And then we found some common ground talking about like old shows in like Orange
I love
County,
that, bro, dude.
and it's like I get it too. Like I let him. He was talking about how like
He wanted to vent to you.
how we
maybe.
used to play at this place and like the Showcase Theater, and I'm like, I used to love those shows.
Great place.
Like some of my favorite shows. Like I have the same. Like I wish we could go back and do that again.
But right now we're in the now.
Yeah, and so it's like.
I love that common ground shit.
We're not best friends now or anything, but like, it's like, I don't know. I don't want to just like tear into somebody anonymously on.
You know what they're going through.
Yeah.
And we have more in common with people than we think.
Yeah.
Once you start talking to them, like, oh my God, you're talking to me. I love that you did that. What about, you're an optimist or pessimist?
I'm a realist, but I'm like a closet super optimist. like I'm not.
You're secretly positive?
Like I know that things are the way they are.
It's crazy.
But I'm like, I will fucking make this work.
I love that.
I will make this work one way or another, like by hook or by crook. And and it's still like I'm willing to do the extra thing, whatever it is, to make it work because I hate being disappointed so much.
I love that though. That's a great way to put it. My wife says she's a realist too. What about any regrets in your life?
No. I mean, I could easily like look at different moments and say, I wish I had done this or that. But it's hard. You can't be where you are right now without having gone through everything that you've gone through.
100%. Yeah.
The only thing that I don't know. I know I brought this up in the last podcast.
Which doesn't exist anymore.
Which doesn't exist anymore. There was a moment in time in 1987.
Oh my God, I remember this.
Where I wanted nothing more in my whole life than to go to the Run DMC Beastie Boys concert.
Oh, dude.
It was June 21st, I think, at the Arco Arena in Sacramento. And it was the same exact day as what was supposed to be my very first Boy Scout campout.
Oh, yeah.
And my parents were like, you can't miss the first campout. And I was like so upset. I kicked a hole in the wall, like through the sheetrock. And I wish that somehow I could go back and
see that.
And well, no, just go back and like find a better way to appeal to my parents. Maybe I'd have to be like, listen, I'm from the future.
That's a crazy one you missed. Wow, dude.
Yeah.
I think Murphy's Law opened up on that tour too. I might have thought it was
man.
I thought it was License. What's your top 5 MC?
Oh, top 5. Man,
rappers.
I'm not good with top lists.
Okay.
I will say I've been
rappers.
I've been listening to a lot of Tribe Called Quest
lately. Best, dude.
Like I know that I already said in this podcast about how I don't listen to music, but for some reason I've just decided like, you know what?
Exposed yourself.
You know what? I need to revisit these albums.
Great records, man.
And it's just I will like because I'm listening now with a different ear.
Totally.
And I'm hearing different things.
Jazz,
I'm listening to like the production.
Incredible.
Listening to like the overlapping samples with a better understanding of like how that technology worked.
Stop. Come on, get her out of here, man. Stop me. Yeah,
and it's just I love it, and I'll do the same thing with another artist like, in a month.
So right now you're Tribe Kick.
Yeah.
So they're probably top rappers for you.
Yeah, right now. Yeah, for sure.
But back then, Run DMC, Beastie Boys.
Yeah,
LL Cool J.
Yeah, and like I said, I
How about new hip hop?
Oh man, I don't even know. Like
a Kendrick.
Like Kendrick, I love Kendrick. But I'm not as good at discovering stuff now. Like there's so much out there. It's like hard for me to know. Like
there's a lot of shit.
It's hard for me to know where to look.
Yeah. What about like a favorite artist, like a Cure or a punk? Well, you guys got to meet the Cure and become friends with the Cure and hang with the Cure. I
love the Cure.
What's the one thing you flew out real quick? The Cure thing where you guys got to go. Is you, Deftones?
Okay, yeah. MTV icon, the Cure, and we were one of a small handful of bands.
Robert picked.
Yeah, that Robert picked. Blink was one of them. Deftones, and they flew us to London, where we would.
Business class, first class?
I don't remember.
Okay.
Where we are to play a song by the Cure
in front of Robert Smith.
In front of like their fans.
Dude.
It's
gotta be so stressful.
Each of these bands plays one of their songs, and then eventually they played like a whole set of stuff.
Yeah.
And it was all recorded. But they didn't tell us that we would have to rehearse the song on that same stage in front of an empty room, but the members of the Cure sitting right there.
Including Robert.
Just sitting there, right there. And
it's like American Idol or something. Dude.
It's one of very few times that I've ever been nervous.
I've been shook, dude. That's crazy.
Yeah.
And how'd you do? How'd it go?
And it was like I was playing outside of myself. Like I'm like watching myself play because I felt like
you don't even look at those guys. You're not even looking at them, right?
Well, I looked at them and I'm like, oh shit, like
they just like
there's Simon Gallup right there.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna play bass in front of him.
Are they moving their heads or anything too? Or just watching?
I mean, they're just sitting there watching.
And what Cure song do you guys do?
Just Like Heaven.
Oh yes.
Which is like a crazy easy song to play.
Dude, that's incredible. We get to play with the Deftones and all those bands.
Yeah.
That's cool because I've seen him at a Deftones. Obviously, the Blink did a song with him. These are the bands he really loves.
Yeah.
It must have been such a crazy moment, dude.
Yeah. I mean,
and Robert Smith knows who you are and fucks with your band and invited you out there.
Yeah. And I mean,
and now you guys are homies with him probably. Yeah.
They were super cool and we ended up playing more shows with them later. And so,
talking to them.
Yeah.
Is it weird talking to Robert Smith the first time?
He's just like a nice guy, like kind of soft-spoken guy. Like, yeah.
He looks exactly like he's just such a perfect everything. Yeah. Musically, human, you know what I mean? Like, he looks amazing.
Oh, yeah.
Hunter, we did this. I'm so psyched.
Yeah.
I'm going to my first Lakers game right now.
We got to get out of here.
I know. I appreciate your time. Appreciate you coming back. This has been great. I'm so happy we did it again, actually. And good luck on the tour and the new record. And I'm psyched to hang with you again soon.
Yeah.
Thank you for being here.
Thanks for having me.
That was amazing. Peace. Got to give a big shout out to Liquid Death. I've been in a band called H2O for 30 years. And my first real job with a company is a water brand. Go figure. Love you, Liquid Death. Love the people. Love the brand. Love the concept. Love what they give back. Love the community. Love what they do for the environment. You can go liquiddeath.com/OLLC and get free shipping on any of their merchandise that they make. They have such incredible collabs. Also, if you want to hear the story of the CEO, my good friend Mike Cesario, on the podcast, you can go to episode 115, part 1. And then 2 years later, we dropped part 2, which is episode 275 with the CEO, Mike Cesario. Just a man from Delaware with a dream, worked at a marketing company, and made this become a reality. Liquid Death is an incredible company, incredible water, incredible people. And I'm super, super honored to be part of them. They sponsor my life. They sponsor everything, my family. So go liquiddeath.com/OLLC and get free shipping on anything you want to buy on that site. If you want to get water, it's exclusively on Amazon.com. Murder your thirst, y'all. I always ask my guests if they have any regrets. I personally don't have any regrets. Even when it comes to my tattoos, I have the silliest tattoos. Even my ET on my leg, it's still a childhood memory for me, and I love it. I've had tattoos on top of tattoos strictly because I wanted more tattoos. I started getting tattoos when I was 18. I'm 52 now, and I can't stop. I've had laser treatment before on something on my arm. It's 4 tattoos on top of each other. And that experience at that place was pretty fast. It was pretty cold. It was in and out, swipe the credit card. Don't really tell me much. Didn't give me much details or anything was going to happen. So I never went back. So as of most recently, I'm so lucky enough to have had 2 sessions at Removery Tattoo Removal. My tattoo on my arm looks like a big black blob. Is now super light. I've had 2 sessions. I have a long road ahead of me. None of this stuff happens overnight. You cannot take a tattoo up in one sitting. You have to be patient. And it's painful. They ice you up. It's super fast. To me, it felt like a bunch of rubber bands. But what's more painful than that is looking at something on your body that you think you're stuck with for the rest of your life. That sucks. But now for me, I'm really happy I started this journey. I'm slowly going to get this tattoo removed. I never thought in a million years I'd have any kind of real estate on my arm. I don't even know what I want, but it's exciting. I'm so honored to announce that One Life, One Chance podcast is now with Removery. Call 866-934-4570 or go to removery.com. Use TobyH20 and get $100 off your first session. One of the most experienced tattoo removal companies in the world. Removery has 155 locations and 1.8 million treatments. US, Canada, and Australia. State-of-the-art peak-away laser technology, cryo technology to reduce any discomfort. This is so exciting for me because all I do in these podcasts is talk about tattoos. From day one, if you've been listening to this podcast, talk about tattoos, talk about getting removed, talk about getting covered up. So this is such a perfect fit for me. Definitely check out One Life, One Chance podcast, episode 281. I have Carmen Brody, Mike McTurnan, and Dustin Ortle from Removery. And this is over a 2-hour conversation. People had submitted questions. It's an incredible conversation breaking down the do's, the don'ts, the fears, process, the results, everything you could imagine about getting a tattoo removed. It's all in this podcast. It's an incredible episode. I appreciate them all coming out for it. So check that out if you want to learn more about Removery and what it's like to get a tattoo removed. Once again, go to removery.com or call 866-934-4570. Use my code TobyH20 and get $100 off. These guys are located everywhere. Try it out. As we get older, we start paying attention to what we put in our bodies. I personally have been listening to my body since I was 18 when I went vegan. I've always been focused on my health. It's super important, mental and physical health. But it's really important for people who are just starting to get more healthy and trying to step up their life. Doing your homework, reading the labels, researching and verifying everything that's quality. It's part of the game these days. That's why I started drinking AG1s. I'm so proud to have them as a sponsor of my podcast. AG1 is a foundational nutrition supplement that delivers daily nutrients and gut support and is backed by multiple research studies. You can trust what you're putting into your body. We're all so busy these days, so just throw a pack of AG1 in the morning into a cup of water and shake it up and drink it. I love the way it tastes. I do it every single morning. It's part of my routine. I bring the packets on tour. It's an incredible life changer for me. Many supplements only reference research from ingredients in their product, but I trust AG1 in my daily routine because it's constantly putting the formula to the test. It's backed by multiple research studies, and one of those research studies, AG1 was shown to have double the amount of healthy bacteria in the gut, which is super important because these help digestion in the immune system and immune health. And these bacteria are known to help with digestion as well, gas and bloating, which I freaking need. And it also promotes regular bowel movements, what I can attest to. In another research study, 97% participants felt more energy after 30 days, and 91% of the participants noticed that they needed less coffee after 60 days. I quit coffee like 5 months ago. I know I'm good on that. But AG1 is packed with a variety of nutrient-dense ingredients and is the perfect complement to my healthy diet. I drink it because I know it's going to work, and it gives me peace of mind covering all my nutrition bases for the day. In fact, I trust it so much, that's why I'm spreading word about it. That's why it's sponsored by podcast. Thanks to Angie Huberman for turning me on to AG1s, connecting me with them, and now they're part of my podcast. It's so easy and satisfying to start your day with AG1s. Try AG1 and get a free 1-year supply of the vitamin D3K2 and 5 free AG1 travel packs with your purchase at drinkag1.com/OLLC. That's drinkag1.com/OLLC. It's never been a better time to focus on your health and wellness and get back on track, man. Take control of your daily health. Health is wealth.